KMOX News.
Chris Ranji, Amy Marks Kors, The Chris and Amy Show.
Check it out. St. Louis, Mound City, we are going to have a great day today.
On 104.1 FM.
Let's take it from the top.
KMOX.
Did you know it's Friday? It is. It's the Chris and Amy Show. Hancock and Kelly are with us today. They always are in the 9 o'clock hour. Thank you for being with us. 314-436-7900. Call and text. Odyssey app where you can listen to the show. You can also leave us voice messages. And if you would like to watch the show, you can watch the show. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Our Twitter account is at Chris Amy KMOX.
Time now for the top of the order. The top 3 stories everyone will be talking about.
They're going after my boy again.
They
got him. St. Louis Sheriff Alfred Montgomery is under house arrest for at least the weekend after facing new federal charges. We'll talk more about that coming up.
And remember the Savannah Bananas?
Yes.
They're
Great
coming
time.
back.
Love it.
The Savannah Bananas are returning to Busch Stadium August 21st and 22nd of 2026.
And the Blues opened up their season last night at home against the Minnesota Wild. It did not go great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't go great. Oh. Wait. What was that? Okay.
Hey,
5-0 they lose.
Pretty much. That's
Oh
what
my
happened.
gosh, 5-0.
I'm not worried.
Oh,
You're
no.
going to have a stinker.
game
You're
one.
going to have a stinker or two within an 82-game season. I'm glad we got ours out of the way.
That's the only one? I'm encouraged. If that's the only one they
there
have
might
all
be
year,
two.
I feel
I said a
great.
stinker or two,
Oh.
but one's gone. We're 50% through the stinkers.
Isn't there an extra sting, though, because it's opening day?
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All the excitement.
Nothing stings as bad as, how he lost in Game 7 last year.
It's really...
So I do think my threshold for pain has been raised, so it didn't hurt at all.
Their last 2 games could not have gone any differently. Seriously, you
Yeah.
lose with 2 seconds left, or
Yeah.
you just get curb stomped. Either way, it's not fun.
Well,
But at least
I'm not worried.
At least you're not the Philadelphia Phillies. I don't know if you saw the end of that one.
That was the worst.
Wow.
Wow.
That was really bad last night.
I was at the Blues game, and Ranj was texting me. It's like, did you see the Dodgers game? And I had just started to hear rumblings on press row of like, the Dodgers won the death. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like hearing people starting to talk about this game when Ranj texted. And yeah.
It's one of the worst ways to lose a series I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was so just for if people had not seen it, the Dodgers were up 2-1. All they had to do was win, and they move on. They had the bases loaded in the 11th inning. They're the home team, so all they have to do is score, and the game's over, and they win in advance. 2 outs, ground ball back to the pitcher. He kicked it a little bit, goes a couple of feet away from him. He goes and picks up the ball, has an eternity to throw to first base to get the out, end the inning. Instead, he tries to throw home when the runner was already almost there, and he throws the ball away. It was, and then the poor guy after the game, Kerkering is his name, and he owned it. He said, basically, I got nervous, like I was overwhelmed. I don't remember the exact word he used, but it was like that. He just made a bad. I cannot imagine. I mean, other than the Blues last year, and Amy asked the question, is it worse than the Blues losing to Winnipeg last year, the way they did? And I don't know, man. It was a dumber way to lose a game. I don't know if it was as painful as what the Blues did.
Well, and you said rightfully it was more embarrassing.
Yeah,
because
it's dumber.
There's an element of shame for sure with the Blues being so bad at 5-on-6 play. I get it that there's a level of embarrassment there, but this.
Yeah. Well, and the Dodgers were going to win that series anyway. If they didn't win in the 11th inning last night, they probably would have won later. And Game 5, you'd have to think the Dodgers are the favored team. The Dodgers are, they're the best team in baseball.
Well, they would have played in Philly.
Yeah, I know.
For that last game. So
is he basically a rookie? He got his first save this year. I know he made his debut in 2023. Kerkering.
Well, no,
he's been
not,
around.
Yeah, he's not a rookie. I don't think he qualifies as that.
But
he's a relatively inexperienced player. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because he got his first career save this summer.
Yeah. So
he hasn't, it's not like he has a lot of experience.
No, I mean, he's pitched a lot of innings over the last couple of seasons. But anyway, I mean, you should still know that. And the catcher was pointing to first. And I feel really bad for him. And knowing Philadelphia people.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I hope they are being rational to him. I doubt they are, but they can be really, really mean in Philadelphia.
Not a joke. Will he, for his safety, have to leave the city for a while or get security?
I don't think
I'm
so.
not even sure. I'm not even sure they put him on the plane after the game last night.
But what had a bigger sting last night in Philadelphia? Losing out in LA or losing to the Giants?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Philadelphia had a really bad sports night last night. The Eagles lost to the Giants. The Eagles are a legit Super Bowl contender.
They're trying to repeat.
I mean, trying to repeat. So it's not been looking very good for them.
They've not looked good all season.
I know. And you know what? This is what angers me.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't be angry yet because my beloved have some time here. Yes. They got a game on Monday night.
You're back on the bandwagon with the Bears. One week I listened to you. You were done with them.
He's done with them every week.
Michael, stop quoting that man. Listen, we have an opportunity here. I feel like the NFL is wide open this year.
It is.
Yes.
Packers are pretty good. The Lions are probably the best team, but it's wide open. Yep. The Chiefs aren't what they used to be.
Not at all.
I think they're still good. Clearly, they're still good, but they are struggling. Eagles are struggling.
I'm sad about the Eagles, even though I don't like Philadelphia. I don't like Philadelphia fans. I do love Saquon Barkley. He's my favorite.
So last night they ran the tush push 4 times in a row. They were 3 yards out and they ran it 4 plays in a row. Now, I don't have a problem with it because however you can move the football forward, you ought to be able to move the football forward. But it's pretty boring football to watch them run 4 tush pushes.
And you've got Saquon Barkley, who had, I think, 12 carries in that game. And the week before, he only had, 7 or 8 carries. That's whoever's calling the plays there probably needs to have their head examined.
See, remember when, before the season started, they considered outlawing that tush push thing?
Right. Yep.
And then the NFL decided not to go that direction. Like, I think it's a boring play, too. It's not my favorite. I don't think it's as exciting as giving the ball to the quarterback or to a running back and letting him try to break through the line. I think it's just more fun to watch. So I understand that. I also understand not wanting to regulate it too much. But the problem is, I think the Eagles get away with a lot of
going early.
A little going early, and it never gets called. So anyway.
When I know the NFL did not like the tush push, and when they talked about regulating it, they were doing it
safety.
They were doing it under the mantle of safety. But do you think ultimately it's just because it's boring? Not really safety?
No, I maybe, but I think it's mostly about safety. Quarterback safety, because they don't want the quarterbacks to get injured.
Yeah.
That is the one league that if you have one injury on your team and it's that guy, your season is completely different. It's really the only sport that's like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I know a goaltender in hockey is a very big deal, but there is nothing like the quarterback in the NFL. If you lose your starter, there are very few Kurt Warner situations.
Sometimes if you lose your starter, you win the Super Bowl.
Or you get the greatest quarterback and football player of all time. Because that's what happened to Drew Bledsoe. I mean, I was a Pigs fan back then, and Drew Bledsoe was my guy. When he was down, I was devastated.
And those two things happened like at the same time, which is super, super rare. And I would never expect that to happen again.
You guys are too young to remember Earl Morrall.
Earl Morrall.
Anyone?
Even that name, I can just tell you we're too young to remember Earl
Anybody remember Earl
Morrall?
No.
Well, he's very famous in NFL lore because the starting quarterback
for
the Miami Dolphins,
oh,
young fella named Greasy.
Bob
Greasy.
Bob.
You've heard of him.
Yeah, son played too.
He gets injured in the 1972 season, and his backup, the old grizzled veteran Earl Morrall, who proceeds to lead that Miami Dolphins team to an undefeated season, and ultimately they win the Super Bowl, becoming and remaining to this day the only undefeated team in NFL history. And Earl Morrall, a backup quarterback, guided them through that regular season.
How do you spell that last name? Morrall.
Like the mushroom.
I'm with you, though. It sounds like an old name. Like it would not be surprising if we Google him and a picture of him is smoking a cigarette on the sideline.
Well, when I thought Earl Morrall played football in the Civil War. That's what it sounds like.
Nope.
Let me give you a couple of interesting notes about poor Philadelphia last night before we hit the break. Philadelphia, and thank you to Harambe, who texted in at 314-436-7900. See, Harambe, guys, if we don't acknowledge him, he gets upset.
Well, yeah.
So he says it's the first time all three Philly teams have lost on the same night because the Flyers lost last night too.
What?
It's the first time since 1983 the Phillies, Eagles, and Flyers lost games on the same day, which is, if you don't like Philadelphia, you like that outcome.
Phillies, I think, that year went on to win the World Series, if memory serves.
And also, the Dodgers are the second team in postseason history to clinch a series on a walk-off error.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yep.
Go ahead. Who was the first?
This is according to OptaStats. The last time it happened, it was Rougned Odor. And 9 years ago to the day, his errant throw to first on an attempted double play allowed Josh Donaldson to score. The Blue Jays swept Texas in the ALDS. 9 years to the day prior.
Wow.
How about that? So it's happened twice.
Wow.
Poor
this
Philly.
Really is the best time for sports, right? Because
I love
all the games going.
Everything is going on except for NBA. I mean, they've got preseason, but you've got hockey, college, and NFL, football, baseball playoffs are going on. It's great.
Yeah,
this is a great time.
It's
of
a
year.
great time to be alive. These literally are the good old days.
Yeah,
are they?
We're living in the good old days.
We are.
Last night, you were able to sit on your couch and watch 3 different sports in 3 different cities at the same time.
I was in
because
my chair,
it's the good old days.
Yeah, I
and
guess.
You've got your nursery that you're running from your house.
Yes. Yeah. Well, only 2 days a week.
Daycare.
Only 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Is daycare.
He's got cute little grandkids.
He does. They're really cute.
Yeah. Now the little man, is he obsessed with you as much as the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, we're all obsessed with John. To be fair,
we like to do the ride a little pony.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you bounce them on your knee and then pretend like you're going to drop them type thing?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. You know what we're talking about, right? Yeah,
do.
that's fun.
So I think Michael is on to something here. This is the best time. These are the good old days.
All right, then.
I mean,
well,
your healthcare premiums are going to double or triple, but you can watch 4 games at once.
Yeah.
Well, this is what you should say every time you look around this room. Look at yourself in the mirror. You will never be
this young again.
This young or hot ever again.
That's
this
right.
is the hottest and youngest you'll ever be.
Wow.
Isn't that depressing?
Never thought of it that
Hancock
way.
and Kelly.
Some people get better looking as they get older.
Some do. That's very true. Hancock and Kelly with us on this Friday. It's Chris and Amy on 104.1 FM KMOX.
More and more now, I'm hearing when all my customers that are calling and setting up appointments for looking at different types of furnace and air conditioners, they're calling in because of all the years that I've said there is a common sense approach, and they want to see what that is. Well over 95% of the people are very happy that they did call me. I'm not saying that they purchased anything from me, but they're extremely happy that they did call me. It's not being cheaper. It's being explained in such a way to where they can make an honest decision for themselves and their family and what's best for their pocketbook. When you start getting prices for new furnace and air conditioners, call me. It's one easy number, Missouri and Illinois. Again, Missouri and Illinois, 314-293-2600. Again, that's 314-293-2600, or on the internet, it is bartinman.com. That's Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Heart Starts Pounding, Horrors, Hauntings, and Mysteries is a weekly podcast hosted by me, Kaylin Moore. Each week, I'll take you on a dark journey through terrifying true urban legends, bizarre true crime cases, chilling tales of backwoods horror, and more. So if you're looking to join a passionate community of the darkly curious, check out Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. And remember, stay curious.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393. Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
When we started Neoviten back in 2009, we wanted to create a multivitamin that we would take ourselves. That's why we use quality ingredients in our Neoviten Original Formula multivitamin. With over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our physician-formulated proprietary blend, you can be sure you are getting the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neoviten Original Formula multivitamin a try for yourself. Find it at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neoviten.com.
Some people spend more time planning their weekend barbecue than their retirement. And hey, I love barbecue, but ribs won't pay your bills at 85. I'm Gary Goldberg, the founder of Financial and Tax Strategies. I'll help you retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Give me a call, 800-966-1690, or visit us at checkwithgary.com before you burn through more than just your burgers.
Investment advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial, Inc., an FFC registered investment advisor.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
1120 AM, 1041 FM, and streaming on the Odyssey app. KMOX is with you, however you listen, wherever you listen.
John Hancock, Michael Kelly, and because it's Friday, we've got them for the first hour of the show.
That's
it's Chris
how it works.
and Amy. Isn't it nice for you guys?
It's lovely.
You love it.
We're running out of here to go play snooker.
I don't have any papers in front of me telling me what we're going to talk about. It's lovely.
You're just kind of winging it.
Just kind of letting it happen. Let the magic kind of like standing in the rain.
Let it come to you.
Like
That's
standing
exactly
in
right.
the rain?
Yeah, I mean the rain's falling on you, and nothing you can do about it.
I feel like he's on radio against his will, and he's trying to handle it.
When's this over?
Are we done?
I did this.
John, you're not done yet.
I did this thing the other day, and I caught myself after I did it. My cousin, he said, "There's this bar crawl thing they're doing," and he goes, "Are you gonna come to the thing, that we're doing?" And it's actually tomorrow. And instead of saying, "Oh yeah, when are you guys getting started?" I go, "When's it over?" I realized what a weird way to respond to that. When's it over?
When's it over?
We're getting old.
Make it stop.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, because I just look forward to not having anything planned, or I look forward to the planned things being over. I just want to stay home. I think that's getting old. I bet Matt is like, hey guys, let's go out. Let's drink the night away. Let's paint the town. And I'm thinking, can I be home by 8 p.m.?
That's why I don't invite you.
Do you?
He doesn't want you to see what a liability he is when he's out.
Oh my gosh!
I've seen Pajewski out.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh!
Just once.
I wouldn't.
Is that the one where you guys sent me a text at 3 a.m. and you guys were canoodling?
Canoodling? No.
You up?
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we sent a "you up" text to Amy.
The two of us in a
just
group
getting ready
text.
to go run 10 miles.
Yes, I am. I just woke up. I just got up.
I went to bed at 6 p.m.
I am up. Are you guys up? It was 3 a.m.
What's the definition of canoodling?
Well, you don't want to know, John.
Okay.
Well, one of those, the thing that they do in the water, you can die from it. I know a guy who died from
snorkeling.
From canoodling?
Canoodling, yeah.
You talk about snorkeling.
No.
Yeah.
No, where you put your hand into the into the hole.
And you pull
out
the
a
fish.
catfish.
Yeah.
And sometimes
I think it's called noodling.
Canoodling.
No, it's not canoodling.
Canoodling is when you do it from a small metal boat.
No, it's just noodling.
Noodling.
Yeah.
You can die from that.
You can.
I know a young person who died from it.
Oh.
But see, what happens is the catfish has got something there and it can poison you. And it gets in, and if you
What?
don't take
The
care of it.
catfish has got poison?
Yeah. What are those whiskers that they have?
This is not. Wait a minute. This cannot possibly be accurate information that we're giving. And this is a public airway, and
people can die from this.
From
Fish
a catfish whisker.
Yes.
So
it's called
let me tell
noodling.
you, if I die from a catfish whisker, I don't want anybody to know it. I'll tell you.
I know a guy who did.
From a catfish.
So what happened?
He was a young
He got an
man.
infection.
So he got
probably.
an infection. He didn't do anything for 3 days.
Okay, all right.
And then showed up to the hospital, and it had infected his blood, etc.
Okay, an infection.
Yeah.
He
There
died
was
from
no
an
poison.
From the whisker of the catfish.
There was
probably
no poison in the whisker of the catfish.
Yes,
Michael.
something.
Jellyfishes have
Harambe.
Harambe.
Could you help us out with canoodling?
Barry doesn't know anything about it's noodling.
Your stingrays have got poison. Your tarantulas.
I'm telling you
poison.
that you can get ill from a catfish's whiskers.
Well, you can get cut, but you can't. You can get infection from a cut.
Many species of catfish are venomous, but not all.
Thank you.
I can't, man. How did I survive? What's 60 times 12? How have I survived 60 years and not known that a catfish's whiskers are poison?
It was never going to be a
noodled?
problem for you
I've
because
never
you've never touched a fish.
I've never touched
Oh my
a fish.
gosh, you're right.
That is
So
correct.
it's not going to be your problem. But think of how wacky you have to be to putting your hands in a dirty river into holes to try to grab a catfish. Now, I also know of somebody who lost the tip of their finger noodling.
Why are all your friends
because,
noodling?
No, they're not my friends. You hang out at the Lake of the Ozarks, you get to meet people that do weird stuff.
Oh, well,
And
everybody down there's noodled.
It took off, a snapping turtle took off the tip of his.
Well, yeah, you don't.
Because you put your hand in a hole to grab a catfish.
Oh, and he thought it was a catfish, and it was
And
a
it got his
snapping
finger,
turtle.
yeah.
Yeah,
Never-
it's
that's
you can
awful.
get really confused.
These are true. I'm
between
telling
a
you.
turtle and a
That's gross.
catfish. I mean, they look.
Well, you
similar.
can't. So here's the thing about noodling:
Yeah.
you can't see what's in the hole because the water is always muddy or
Yeah.
dirty. You
I
just
don't
can't
even
see.
like
So
to be
you're
in the
But
water.
who's putting
much
their
less
hands
a-
in any holes that you can't see where it's going? I mean, like in a lake like that or a river, who's going to put their hand in a hole?
I'm not putting my hand
What
in
if there's
a
a
hole?
snake
Well-
in there? What if there's a whisker?
Exactly.
A catfish
One of these
whiskers.
whiskers floating down. It doesn't even have to be on the fish. This whisker, it could just be floating all up.
Well, I don't know about that. I think it has to come from his while it's attached to him.
So the poison doesn't come from the whisker; it goes from the fish through the whisker.
I think it's just like if a
Is how-
snake
is how
bought
that
you,
works.
like
Yeah.
bit you,
Yeah.
the liquid's got to come through or something bad's got to happen.
Well, that's the snake's tongue. You got the problem there.
well, not every snake is venomous.
That's correct.
But not necessary.
I think every
Every
fewer
snake is
venomous.
not
Every catfish
necessary,
is
and I don't know
venomous.
why they were ever invented.
Well, they don't. They just kind of happen.
Yeah, they need to go away.
Catfish,
Snakes.
snakes.
Yeah, they serve no purpose. Oh, they kill
They eat
mice.
bugs?
There's lots of other things that kill mice. We don't need snakes.
Like hawks. We need more birds.
Yes.
Is what you're
Too
saying.
many birds scares me though.
I pulled up at my mom's
movie.
house the other
Yeah.
day and she
Mm.
was taking her dog out and she goes, I got a little issue. There was a dead animal that just happened to die in her backyard. And there were these ugly looking birds that were there.
Vultures.
Turkey vultures.
Turkey vultures.
Yeah,
Man, what a
they're
gnarly
all
looking thing they
gross.
are. And I said to her, she's like, do you think you ought to go get the dead animal? I'm like, I think they're doing a pretty good job with it. And those things, the next day, that animal was gone and those birds were gone. So I have a
So-
newfound respect for those vultures
Turkey
because they
vultures.
take away dead stuff.
So either
Better
the
than, I wish
vultures,
they'd take away snakes.
either the vultures took it away, or the city did.
Well, it wasn't. Yeah, no, it had to have been the vultures. They were back there picking at it, man.
All
But
right.
these things were big enough; they could have gotten a small dog. That's how.
And
big
they
these
tried doing
vultures
that
are.
sometimes. I just saw a video of there was a cat on a front porch and a hawk or some sort of
Oh.
big bird swooped down. It
Yeah.
was all caught on Ring camera
Hey, now.
and tried to get the cat, and the cat attacked the back. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Right.
And then the bird flew away. But if you have a smaller animal, birds will. There are certain birds that'll come after you.
Right.
You be careful with your little dogs.
Totally.
I've never touched a bird. Oh, no, that's not true. Parakeet. But you would think that, there'd be one kind of harebrained bird out there that would think, wouldn't that be fun to go attack that guy?
I think ostriches do. Ostrich.
I've been on golf courses where the birds will come down. I mean, try to attack you. Like,
is that right?
Because they got a nest up there.
Oh, yeah, they do that.
There was an owl on my street attack.
Robert is watching on YouTube. It says, buddy of mine got a catfish barb through his hand. That's the whisker. They had to pull it through his hand in the same direction and went in all the way through. Also, they gave him a tetanus shot.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what happened to your friend, probably.
Well, it wasn't a friend. It was a guy who noodled, put his hand in, got it. He was a young kid, 28, didn't think anything of it. 3 days later, shows up at the hospital, and it's too bad. And his arm was messed up.
Also, John, watching on Facebook, says, I'm going to go out on a limb and say none of you will be getting jobs at the zoo.
True.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I would, though. I would work at the zoo.
Well, I'd let the monkeys
the
out.
It's free.
If I worked at the zoo, I'm letting the monkeys out.
Monkeys are out today, pal.
Yeah. And
right now.
What do you mean?
In this room.
Oh.
It's a room full of monkeys.
Yeah, but no, I would let the monkeys out if I worked at the zoo.
Yeah.
I think he'd get fired. Yeah.
I don't care.
He wants them to be
They
free.
should not be in cages.
I agree with you. Hancock and Kelly with Chris and Amy. Another half hour to go with these guys. I love Fridays with Hancock and Kelly on the Chris and Amy Show, 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Never predictable, always entertaining. Dave Glover, now celebrating 25 years.
Hi, Dave. Sue Thomas here. I just wanted to say that some of the best times I've had in radio have been on your show, just being a part of the DGS. And I hope you tell your radio origin story, because it's one of the craziest I've heard. You are the best. Happy anniversary.
The Dave Glover Show, weekdays at 1 p.m. on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Sponsored by BioBalance Health and BioBalance Skin.
Hey, Dave, this is Susan L. Ward, and my law firm and I want to wish you congratulations on your 25 years with the show. I am really, really glad that you left family law practice to me, and here's to 25 more for you on radio.
An important message from S&L Coins. S&L Coins pays top dollar for your gold and silver coins, old currency, gold-filled jewelry, scrap gold and silver, silver plating, gold and silver bullion. Get a quote with a call to S&L at 544-3600. S&L Coins, 544-3600. Or visit S&L Coins at 9300 Gravois, just east of McKenzie. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 Saturday. Before you sell, call S&L 544-3600.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Currently, it is 56 degrees. Could be a thunderstorm this morning, followed by a shower in spots this afternoon, a high of 75. Tonight could be more evening showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low of 56.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Connors. Went to Mark Patrick's hypnosis seminar February 6, 2019. Nothing worked before. Left there and never smoked again. Amazing. Easy, affordable, and guaranteed. A year later, with my wife Michelle, attended Mark Patrick's weight loss seminar. She lost 18 pounds and I lost 43 in 8 weeks.
It's true. He smoked 2 packs a day and nothing worked until Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Now we're losing weight together, eating healthy, full on half the food, crazy, enjoying exercising. Who would have believed Mark Patrick Hypnosis really works?
It's amazing. I can breathe again. My blood pressure went down and I've got so much energy.
So much energy.
And look great.
Stop smoking. Lose weight now without craving, irritability, or your money back. Early bird special, only $49.99 guaranteed. Join Mark Patrick's hypnosis seminar and lose the weight. Stop smoking. Feel great for only $49.99 guaranteed. Saturday, October 18th at the Marriott St. Louis West in St. Louis. Weight loss seminar, 11 a.m. Registration, 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking seminar, 2 p.m. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com. That's right, markpatrickseminars.com.
We've been here 30 years. 30 Christmases in this house, and we have the traditions that most families have.
That's Terry talking about her experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We did Rhino Shield 14 years ago, and the house still looks the same as the first day. Rhino Shield really worked with me to help me get just the right nice soft yellow, and it's 14 years later, and it's the same color.
The main reason Terry called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by its 25-year transferable warranty.
It just sounded wonderful that we could have the house coated with Rhino Shield and not have to worry about it again for 25 years.
Take it from Terry. Give Rhino Shield a call now for a free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
There have been neighbors that have come by and said, "Did you just have your house painted?" Because they wanted to know who the contractor was. And I said, "No, it's actually Rhino Shield."
877-25rhino.com.
Chris Raunchy, Amy Markscores, because life is too short for boring radio. 104.1 FM, KMOX.
John Hancock and Michael Kelly joining us this morning. Well, we've talked about the National Guard and President Trump deploying California troops to Portland and sending the National Guard to Chicago. Well, there is one Republican that we know of who has pushed back a bit, and that is Governor Kevin Stitt of Oklahoma. He said about the National Guard being deployed from one state to another. He said, "We believe in the federalist system. That's states' rights. Oklahomans would lose their mind if Pritzker in Illinois sent troops down to Oklahoma during the Biden administration."
Yeah.
Which I agree. And I brought this up this morning. And John, your first comment was?
I'll bet he's term limited.
India's.
Yep.
Yeah, but he also plays another role. He's the head of the National Governors Association. And there's pressure right now inside the Governors Association that all the states pay into it. And the purpose of it is for the governors to be able to organize, to be able to lobby and advocate for things that states need at the federal government level. Well, all the blue states were saying, hey, we're going to pull out of the Governors Association, which really renders that organization useless. And I would hearken to say that he's probably not the only Republican who feels this way, who's a governor, because they realize there'll be another president and you know, your National Guard's going to fix a problem in California, like Texas doesn't have its own issues. So I think that's the driving issue that's going on behind it. And I think he's taken a bullet for most of the Republican governors who know that what's happening is wrong.
Perhaps. But, you know, the Guard's use in these states, when the president calls them in, is limited. I mean, they can protect federal buildings.
Right.
And what I would be concerned about is the invocation of the what do you call it? Act.
Insurrection Act.
The Insurrection Act, because that would give much more sweeping authority to the president to send troops in to cities. The way this thing is now is not unprecedented. We've federalized the National Guard before. They've been rare instances, and they've been really, you know, to integrate the schools in Arkansas.
Reality, yeah.
So that it's not unprecedented like some other things this administration has done. And I do think, generally speaking, the president does have the authority in emergencies to do this. And emergency, I guess, is in the eye of the beholder, right? And that's what I think what the courts will ultimately rule.
I think this ICE National Guard stuff is starting to go back at the Republicans. I know that it's popular right now, but I think that they ultimately see that it's starting to change on them. As somebody who's been to Texas, there's those cities down there, Dallas, Houston, you name them, they all have as much crime as you're going to find in St. Louis and Kansas City. Sure. And the idea that I, as a Texas taxpayer, am sending my troops to go deal with a crime situation in Chicago is silly. I mean, could you imagine if we were sending our National Guard out here? Like we've got serious issues here in St. Louis as well. I think this is the start of the erosion. And also, like, for the last year and a half or the year or so since the Democrats lost the election, I've said it, they're irrelevant. They haven't been able to find something to, cohese around. We're starting to see it emerge. This shutdown coupled with this overreach of ICE, I really think is giving Democrats its voice, and it will be relevant in the upcoming election as a result of it.
There was a U.S. congressman, or maybe it was a senator yesterday, who said that Marjorie Taylor Greene right now, who is a Republican representative, is and has better messaging on the shutdown than most Democrats do, because she said this week that Republicans essentially, and I'm paraphrasing, that they need to figure it out when it comes to healthcare costs, because the whole reason the government is being shut down right now is because there are Democrats pushing against the spending bill and what it would do to people's insurance premiums, doubling and in some cases tripling down the road. And they know that would be devastating for a lot of families, which is just objectively true.
Yep.
Most people cannot afford for their premiums to go up by double. They just can't. And so that's what this fight really is about. And Marjorie Taylor Greene said that we need to take off the jerseys, is what she said, Democrats and Republicans alike, because something has to be done about health care. Do you agree that she has better messaging on this than a lot of Democrats?
No, and I think she's laughable. I think she gets the attention because she's been so ridiculous in the past that when she does say something of common sense, it gets attention. And what she's hitting on is not that novel. I mean, everybody should be outright. I'm a small business owner. I'm telling you right now, if my healthcare's premiums double on my employees and their families, it will devastate my company. I mean, doubling. I mean, I don't know that I will be able to do and operate my business the way that I've been able to do it in the past, and to be able to provide, the bonuses in the way that I've done in the past with doubling healthcare. It's the second largest expense I have after payroll.
I suspect having the midterm elections directly in front of you is going to spur these people to action. I really think not the Medicaid cuts. I think those are probably with us. But the subsidies under Obamacare that have offset the cost of people getting that insurance, that's going to have to be reinstated. And I think Republicans know that. Republican leaders know that. And it's just a matter of when, because if you let this thing go and let those triggers hit and people get their premiums, that's going to be pretty devastating for the midterms. And what's already going to be a rough cycle, I think, for the GOP.
It's an interesting line, because we've said, if Biden did something that I agreed with policy wise, right, you want to give him credit for it. The same thing if Trump does something that you think is good, say, hey, disagree with the guy, but this was a good thing. The National Review had an interesting take, because Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting more airtime on CNN, is getting some glowy pieces from the New York Times, and they said to be careful when you start praising the, quote, former QAnon adherent and continuing national embarrassment, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Said, memo to the national media, treat MTG with the skepticism you would have if your child came home from college and announced she were engaged to someone she met on a dating reality show. In both intellect and consistency, Marjorie Taylor Greene makes George Santos look like JFK. So they're saying, listen, this woman followed QAnon for years, even though she apologized for it. She also believed that the Pentagon was hit by a missile, not a plane, on 9/11. And they're just saying, okay, so yes, she may be parroting points that you like. And you could say your enemy's enemy is your friend. not that I'm saying they're enemies, but you get my point. National Review has said you should just hold your horses because who knows
she's
exactly
a
why
artist.
she's doing this.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's a performance artist. That's what she's been since she's been there. And look, she has created herself a natural fundraising base that, only a couple of Congress people have that type of reach. But yeah, I mean, that snake's going to turn around and bite you
She called
back.
for a national divorce in
Right.
2023, that we should split into two countries, a red
same
country and
human.
a blue country.
Yeah, she's certainly something else. But she is right about this.
Well, and I think that I would like to see, and while she is a bit of a lunatic, I think, because I don't think it's performance from her. I do think she believes this. We talked about Lauren Boebert before. I think she believes, both of them believe a lot of what they do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, and John, this is a conversation we've had a lot. I don't believe that most Republicans in the House or even in the Senate agree with the way things are or agree with MAGA, but they feel like they have to kind of go along with it. Otherwise, it's political suicide for them at the moment.
I mean, look at the people that have been critical of the white Republicans. Without exception, they're not running again. I mean, without exception.
Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but the couple of mainstream television interviews, because I don't watch Fox, that I've seen Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she's not criticizing the president. She goes out of her way to say that this is not a criticism of Donald Trump.
It's a criticism of
John Thune and
Speaker Johnson. Yeah.
And Speaker Johnson, man, he just looks weak right now. I mean, he's got a tough job to go out there and sell this. I'm not bringing people back for whatever reasons. We all know he's not bringing them back for the Epstein files. He knows he's wrong on this. He's got a madman in the White House who's essentially running Congress. He doesn't look too good.
I had
to me.
assumed for a long time that Trump's name's going to be in the Epstein files, and there's, obviously there was a relationship there, and I really figured that was probably the extent of it. This is making me wonder
if there's something more to it, why they are so defensive of it.
Yeah.
Making
me wonder.
I mean, that's a good point, because like we said, there could be so many names. If you're Epstein,
Right.
everybody and anybody, everybody's who's wealthy. And they did say, we know that people, I guess, took a ride on his plane or hung out with him who really didn't do anything wrong. But right, with Trump, I thought, yeah, he'll be in that mix. But this does make you wonder, what are they hiding?
Yeah.
Well, and then you see the attorney general show up for what she is constitutionally required to do, and that's to have Senate oversight. And yeah, there's been sexy moments in the past where Congress people are, talking to folks from the administration, and there's some adversary and some heated blows. Every question, good morning, Attorney General, how are you? Was this adversarial fight and there was no oversight happening. She was going back and attacking. And I'm somewhat sad by watching it. I don't know if you guys saw all that.
GOP is grand old pugilists now.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Pugilists. Hancock and Kelly with us on a wonderful Friday morning. It's a little cloudy outside, but this is the perfect fall temperature.
Oh,
that's what's going on right now.
It's supposed to be cloudy.
It's supposed to be like this. So, guys, we love having you here. We also love having Krentz Financial part of the mix now. They are a partner of the Chris and Amy show. Todd Krentz and Justin Brown, who we spoke to this past week, talking a little bit about where the stock market is right now, and it's at an all-time high. Kyle Busch as well. And for over 6 decades, Krentz Financial Group has been helping people in St. Louis, both families and businesses, plan for the future.
Yeah, and everybody has a different situation, and life can throw a lot at you. It could be something to do with your business. It could be retirement. It could be divorce, loss of a loved one, an inheritance. What's so great about Krentz Financial is that they really do offer a variety of services, and they tailor those services to your needs. So you can be confident that whatever you're going through, you will be prepared and have an expert by your side.
Whatever it is, you've changed jobs, you got a 401k that's just sort of hanging out there that you don't want to leave sitting, and you don't. Maybe you are now going through a divorce, or you've lost a loved one and gained an inheritance. Find a financial advisor at Krentz Financial, because they're going to help you plan with purpose.
Yeah, you can learn more by visiting them at kfgadvisors.com. kfgadvisors.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Krantz Financial Group is not a broker-dealer.
I'm Tom Ackerman with this month's Siteman Cancer Center Spotlight. We are discussing breast cancer with Dr. Debbie Bennett.
It makes a big difference who's actually interpreting the mammogram images that you get. We make sure that we have an expert team of breast radiologists that specialize in reading mammograms to be sure that we can get you the most accurate read possible.
Thanks to Siteman Cancer Center, national leaders in cancer. For more information, visit siteman.wustl.edu.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey guys, it's Glover right now. Buy 2 windows and get 2 free. No interest for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. Call 314-334-2522. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
KMOX proudly supports the Musial Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Musial Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
Glover here for my friends at Cantor Injury Law. Cantor is local, and we're here doing the work every day. We're right here in St. Louis, and we're ready to fight for you. CantorInjuryLaw.com or call 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be solely based on advertisements.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
You've got a ton of equity in your home. You're sitting on a gold mine, and you could do so much with all that cash, like travel, invest it, or pay off debt, but you can't touch it unless you sell your home. But you really don't want to move. And besides, homes are sitting on the market for a long time these days. You're trapped, right? Well, not with TrueHold. With TrueHold, you can cash out your equity in as little as 30 days. And listen, you don't have to move. You can stay in the home you love as a renter. So that's TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. You cash out your entire home's value and stay put. TrueHold even covers property taxes, property insurance, and essential repairs. So imagine using that equity to travel, invest, or pay off debt and stay in your home. It's brilliant, especially in this slow market. You get an all-cash offer now by calling 1-855-300-9993. You can also visit TrueHold.com, the smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Chris and Amy now. The Dave Glover Show at 1 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Hancock and Kelly on Friday. With us every Friday from 9 until 10 o'clock. Yeah, we will have the No Prize Pick'em Challenge at 11 today.
Fun.
Yeah, we do some football picks, and Bernie Federko is our celebrity guest picker.
Fun.
We'll talk about, we'll do some football picks, and we'll talk to him about the opener last night, which did not go well.
Not so fun.
Well, just the opener. It's fine.
It's fine?
It's fine.
What if that's the one game that decides the season?
I know, wouldn't that be wild?
Yeah.
Well, you want to get off to a good start. If you get out of the gate bad, and we're in a very, very good division in a very, very good conference, and that was not encouraging.
I think that was the lesson they needed to learn, and I think they're all better for it.
Right. Okay.
I hope you're right.
They just need to play for each other. dig deep and
play a full 60 minutes.
Yeah,
go
get
to
the
the hard
puck in
areas.
deep.
But you got to stay within yourself while
Right.
you're
Go to
doing
the
it.
hard
Right.
areas.
Yeah. Right.
and things will work out.
Yeah. John.
Yeah. So, prices are going up out there.
Yeah, the prices are going
And
up.
my favorite Price is Right game was the range game, where you kind of the little range slides across the dial there.
No, that's the yodel. That's the
and you hit it when you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you precisely what I purchased yesterday at one of our local grocery stores. I wasn't buying food. So I got 10 liters of club soda. All right.
That's a lot.
10 liters.
Uh-huh.
How much of that is gone already?
I got kind of drank. This is probably my second one of these. I got 4 little bags of coffee.
Okay.
I got 2 gallon jugs of distilled water.
Those are really cheap.
And I got mouthwash.
It sounds like you're not a meth lab and not a bomb, but it does
Well,
sound
I
like
need
you're
to know
making
what kind
something
of.
suspicious.
First of all, hold on. What kind of mouthwash? Because some of it's really expensive.
Smart Mouth.
Smart Mouth is.
it's
Yeah, it's
the
okay,
good
but it's
stuff.
good.
It's
It's
the
really
good
good stuff, though.
Yeah.
What was the last thing?
Smart Mouth.
Smart Mouth.
Well, I'm gonna guess. Can I guess individually?
Well, I want to.
No,
know
you want the total.
I got a total.
Okay.
All right.
$48.
48.
Okay. So the bottles.
Yeah.
What were the other 2 things?
I had 2
Coffee,
gallons of
4 bags of coffee,
Yeah.
distilled water, and
Okay.
4 little bags of Starbucks ground coffee
mouthwash.
and mouthwash.
Okay.
68.
$68.
I was gonna say in the 60s, but I'll guess like high 50s now. 58, 59.
$84.
Holy what? Wow.
You just bought water.
Exactly.
You basically
Distilled
bought
water is very cheap. It's like $1 for those
And
gallons.
these are 99 cents a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
even
the
allowed
coffee was what
$14.
killed
the
you,
coffee.
and the
Coffee.
mouthwash.
Yeah. $84.
Oh my god!
How much is this mouthwash?
I don't know.
It's like
Yeah.
$15. I don't
No.
know.
I don't think it's that much.
I don't wanna
Probably
guess.
like 12.
And
10.
the coffee, Starbucks, you got the name brand Starbucks. Huh?
Yeah.
I was thinking you said there were 2 of those. I was thinking they were like $7.
Wow.
$84.
Well, the coffee is
84. You bought water.
I know.
You basically bought
there
water.
there have been multiple stories about how coffee is going to get more and more expensive for different reasons. Tariffs are going to be one of them.
Let me just tell you.
And I'm gonna say this: I a couple of years ago, I was at a downtown Chicago Starbucks and got I like lattes.
Yeah.
Let me have my latte, okay? And I remember, it was like $7.50. I thought, man, that's really expensive.
Man, usually
And
have
I
to go
thought-
to the ballpark to spend that much.
Right. And I thought, I get it. It's River North. It's a more expensive area. Maybe there's a tax or something, whatever. But now that's like everything.
Everything.
Any
You can't
latte
get out,
gets at least $7. It's crazy how expensive stuff is.
Just what is your Starbucks order?
It's different every time.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Amy has quite an interesting Starbucks
Well,
order.
it looks more complicated than it is.
How much was yours, Amy? Because you have a
730
730 is
Wow.
crazy.
What the
But
heck you got in there?
5
shots of espresso.
of espresso.
So it's an
Did you
oat-
hear that? 5.
It's an oat milk latte, but I don't want like tons of sugar, so I get half the sugar that they normally put in it, and I get 5 shots, so it's less oat milk. So basically, it's a glorified Americano.
It's no wonder she can run 20 miles.
Oh, man.
5 shots.
Imagine how much I could talk if I was
Buddy,
drinking all
your
that.
nice hearts would explode.
Yeah,
I used to.
wouldn't know
I
that.
don't do this anymore, but when I was in my late 20s
Yeah.
and I was writing and tutoring,
Uh-huh.
I would do every morning 2 5-shot Americanos. So I'd have 10 shots of espresso, and they pull the shots in twos. So sometimes they'd say, "Do you want the 6th shot in there?" And I'd say, "Sure." So I'd have 12 shots of espresso. It's so bad for you. I don't
not
do
good.
it anymore. I don't do it. You don't need to
You
write
did
in.
5 today.
Well, but not 2 times. Just one time.
Texter says, I love where John is going with this. I went to a high-end grocery store that rhymes with Rob's to see uncooked Kobe burgers listed for $10.
Yeah.
Oh, wait
$10
till
for
wait
each
till he
patty, I
sees
guess?
what they charge for the chicken salad there.
Oh, the
But
chicken.
that stuff is
It's
crazy.
very
It takes
good.
a small fortune. Those
It's
little
worth it.
things there.
Yeah, they are expensive.
Holy cow, but it's so good.
Why is nobody complaining about price? This is like the only price complaints I've heard is this show
Really?
in the last like 2 months. No one complains about prices anymore. The election's well over.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
they
gonna
fixed
quit
that
drinking
all on
coffee.
day one, like the wars and everything else that y'all
Yeah.
got resolved.
Well, you get
Well, everything is still,
distracted.
I'm sorry, but everything is still too
You
expensive.
get distracted
So-
when the National Guard is here. You're
Yeah, I
like,
guess. All right, guys, have a great weekend. See you next week. Hancock and Kelly with us. Hour 2 of the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX coming up.
DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is coming soon to the Show Me State. New Missouri customers can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. And when we go live, place just a $5 bet to unlock $300 in bonus bets. Starting November 17th, you can create your DraftKings Sportsbook account in Missouri and get ready for launch day on December 1st. DraftKings Sportsbook brings you everything you need to elevate your game day, including live in-game betting, lightning-fast payouts, and endless ways to get in on the action, all right from your phone. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and grab $300 in bonus bets with just a $5 bet when we go live December 1st. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over. Physically present in Missouri. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Excludes customers who redeem pre-launch sign-up offer. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At Ophthalmology Associates, their goal is to ensure that every one of their patients enjoys the best possible eyesight at every stage of their life. This is Rick Wallace, and I've been through several life stages with Ophthalmology Associates. I've trusted them with my eye care for almost 30 years. Doctors Birdie, Malhotra, Brusati, and Royer head up a network of leading specialists in every field of eye health. They're involved in leading-edge research and equipped with the latest technology to handle the most complex situations. And there is always personalized eye care tailored to your individual needs and preferences at Ophthalmology and Associates. Oh, yeah, pediatric eye care, too, and a full-service optical shop. Ophthalmology Associates. Visit youridoc.com or call 314-966-5000.
It is 10:01, and right now we've got cloudy skies. It's 59 degrees in downtown St. Louis. I'm Debbie Monterey. National Guard troops have started patrolling the streets of Memphis. We get more from CBS's Michael Wallace.
Guard members first arrived in Memphis 2 weeks ago, but today is the first day they've been seen on the streets. Some troops were spotted outside of Bass Pro Shops posing for photos with visitors. Memphis's police chief has asked that the Guard have a presence in retail corridors and help direct traffic. Democratic Mayor Paul Young has said he wants the troops to help local police target violent offenders, not scare or intimidate the general public.
They are not patrolling the streets of Chicago. A federal judge in Illinois blocked the deployment of troops there for at least 2 weeks. Construction work is closing roads around St. Louis.
Well, we've got a couple of weekend closures in the city. As a matter of fact, one of them already closed. Tucker closed this morning at 9 a.m. under 64, and that'll be closed till 5 p.m. Monday. And as a matter of fact, tonight at 7 p.m., they're going to close lanes eastbound 64 Tucker, and one of those will remain closed through 5 p.m. Monday as well. And tonight at 7, they're going to close the Forest Park Parkway west of Kings Highway to take down a pedestrian overpass damaged in a recent crash, and that'll last until 6 a.m. Monday. Roger Brand, KMOX News.
Just days after Attorney General Pam Bondi told a Senate committee the weaponization of the Justice Department is over under President Trump, her department charges New York Attorney General Letitia James as part of a mortgage fraud investigation aggressively pushed by Trump. James becomes the latest foe of the president's to be prosecuted by his Justice Department. In a statement, James decried the indictment as nothing more than a continuation of the president's desperate weaponization of our justice system. On this World Mental Health Day, Dr. Nigel Lester wants you to relax.
In times of crisis, the relaxation is not a luxury. It's actually a necessity for the brain to function optimally.
Dr. Lester with Palm Health says when you relax your brain, it's most active, doing essential functions like integrating memories and emotions and making sense of the day's input, leading to greater creativity. But truly relaxing is not the same as recreation. Lester says stare out the window, meditate, or let your mind wander. From the business desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com, St. Louis-based Build-A-Bear will be raising prices because of tariffs.
Well, we're going, of course. I mean, the key, though, is how do you raise prices?
Build-A-Bear CEO Sharon Price John spoke with CNN.
So we have licensed products that come in a bundle that are maybe, have more expensive to start with, but they're targeted to an adult. But I'm going to be very focused on keeping that entry-level price point.
Build-A-Bear stocks took a dip this week after hitting a 52-week all-time high last month.
Cloudy to partly sunny this afternoon, a shower or two mainly early, high 75. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a shower around early, then becoming clear by morning, low 58. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It is now 58 degrees with cloudy skies. I'm Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Weekends! I'm for the weekends!
It's hour 2 of 3, the Chris and Amy Show every weekday from 9 until noon. Then it is the Gas House Gang talking sports. And today, Mike Claiborne, Matt Pauley, and me, Chris Ranji. We'll talk about the Blues opener from last night, which did not go great. We'll talk a little baseball playoffs and then college football and NFL talk coming up on the show today from 12 until 1.
We've 100% buried the lead. I can't even believe Ranj has been able to continue with the show this morning.
Because?
Your sheriff is in huge trouble. As Sean Malone would say.
Sean Malone?
Uh-huh. I thought maybe you know what he would say.
I know I don't.
They got his ass.
They got his ass.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yes. They got his ass. Well, as you know, for many, many weeks now, months actually, my sheriff, St. Louis Sheriff Alfred Montgomery, has been the target of all kinds of it's been a witch hunt, basically.
Yeah.
People have been after him because he's just trying to do his job.
Well, he was placed under house arrest yesterday while the entire matter is being adjudicated. And so he left a lengthy message on his Facebook page.
So he has been indicted on 5 new federal felony charges related to his order. If you remember, at the time was the acting jail commissioner, Tammy Ross. 4 charges are witness retaliation. One of them is witness tampering. He has pleaded not guilty to all of those charges. And so this is not good. This is not particularly good. And as Amy mentioned, he has been placed under house arrest prior to the next hearing.
Did you hear the judge's it reminded me of a paternal warning after he placed Montgomery on house arrest. The judge said, "I'm very concerned you're going to go home and do this again. If there's even a whisper about this happening, I'll sign a warrant at 2 a.m.
So I was looking this up because I thought, okay, he's under house arrest and has to wear an ankle monitor. This is the sheriff, the St. Louis sheriff. And so I thought, what's a good way to look into this? And so I just Googled the phrase, how many law enforcement officers have ever had to wear ankle monitors? And I think the first response. This is the artificial intelligence response. And
Gemini?
who knows how accurate this is? Gemini's response. There are no comprehensive statistics available on the total number of law enforcement officers who have ever had to wear ankle monitors. This is because ankle monitors are typically used for individuals in the justice system, not for officers, unless they are under investigation, suspended, or on pretrial release themselves, which are not common circumstances. The data is likely not tracked on a large scale because it is not a standard practice. So, yes, in case you're wondering, it is highly unusual for a sheriff to be under house arrest, an acting sheriff to be under house arrest. He did post on Facebook, and it's a post that is either private or has been removed, because if you try to click on the link now, it is no longer there. And I don't know, part of me wants to read the whole thing because it is.
I think we should at least read the first couple of paragraphs. Because
go right ahead.
One of the greatest orators of our time. To my fellow citizens of St. Louis, if you are reading this message, it means I am likely held behind bars against my will. But let me be clear. Do not allow this situation to shake your faith in our democracy. I have always believed that your vote is your voice, and it is a powerful tool for change. Your voice has been heard, and you have elected a sheriff who is committed to fighting for your rights until the very end.
I would like to know,
Yes.
Is he going to invoke any historical figures? Because if he's not, I'm out.
Let's see. Think back to the great leaders of our past. When Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was arrested, he did not surrender to despair. He continued to advocate for justice and equality.
Any others?
When Rosa Parks was forcibly asked to rise from her seat, she stood firm in her conviction, refusing to yield to oppression. These leaders exemplified the resilience we must all embody. Quick note, that's a lot of passion for a guy who likes golf carts.
I mean,
He wanted golf carts. He wanted new outfits. He wanted new badges. He wanted a new SUV.
And listen, I don't know that they didn't need new uniforms. I don't know that they didn't need new badges. It may have been not the best time to do it. It did not seem like he needed a new SUV, considering the previous one had about 60,000 miles on it. Isn't that what Sean Malone told us?
Which is my car has 150,000 miles on it, and it's great.
Right.
Also, I wonder if I know he's invoking great historical figures of the civil rights movement, but he also, had his deputies bring his kids to school and pick them up. I don't know I don't know if that's equal footing.
This is the statement from him, and it goes on. I mean, it's doesn't
long.
end where Amy stopped reading.
Would you like to continue?
But it is I would like no. At the end, he does say, "Stay strong and let us continue to fight for the rights that belong to every citizen of this great city." Okay, that's toward the end of his.
Is he writing this letter just to you?
So here's
because who else is supporting this guy?
Look, well, I mean, me. He could have just texted me. Here. This is a very, this is a thing that happens more frequently now than I would like for it to happen. And that is when our president does this a lot. It's not, they're coming after me. If they're coming after us.
Yeah,
they're coming after you. They're coming after you.
I am proxy for you.
Yes, that's exactly right. And this message that he put on Facebook has that exact same tone. That this is you're under attack. The citizens, you're under attack.
To be fair,
because this is happening to me, this could happen to you, and that is absolute nonsense.
And what's funny is because this could happen to me, this could happen to you. No, it's not, because I'm not the sheriff. Because I'm not the sheriff using my deputies to pick my kids up from school. I'm not using taxpayer funds to buy a bunch of golf carts. I'm not refusing to transport inmates to medical facilities.
How often Vernon Betts face federal charges?
I don't know. I mean, it's St. Louis, so he might have.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But he's never been. He was never under house arrest, as far as I know.
No. Robert, who's watching on YouTube, said he had to stop and stand with his hand on his heart while listening.
Right.
To this.
I don't know. It's an insult.
He rolled golden dice to see if a deputy should keep his job or not, and he's comparing himself to Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks because he wanted golf carts.
Look, it's just an insult to people.
Yeah.
You're insulting everyone's intelligence, and I'm sure that there are people who are behind him, aside from me, who are behind him and think that he is being persecuted unfairly, and that the Attorney General of Missouri, when it was Andrew Bailey, came after him unfairly. And I don't agree with a lot of what Andrew Bailey did. I don't think that this is one of those things he got wrong, though. And with the new Attorney General, it's just sort of there's been a continuation of the investigation of him and the effort to remove him from office. But the way it looks to me, there are city leaders that don't like this person. There are leaders in this city, democratically elected leaders who are Democrats, who don't really think he knows what he is doing.
Well, I think,
we've heard from
all the
people.
city leaders are Democrats. I don't think there's any Republicans.
Well, we have heard from people, privately, when you bring up his name, who've been like, ugh. Yeah. And we're talking Democrats here. This is not some sort of thing where it is the Republican Party coming after him because he happens to be a Democrat.
Well,
and I feel like, or the assumption I have is that that's how he's trying to frame this, which is ridiculous because that's not what's happening to him.
The alderman who supported Alfred Montgomery when he was running for office did so because they didn't like Vernon Betts. They just wanted Vernon Betts out. There was always a contentious relationship there. And so they said, yes, anybody's better than Vernon Betts. Wrong. This guy's insane. And even the alder people who did support Alfred Montgomery, I don't see anybody standing up for him. And like you said, behind closed doors, there's no one who is not rolling their eyes like, oh my gosh, this guy is something else. He's a spectacle. Well, now he's under house arrest. Can you shower with an ankle bracelet, or would it electrocute you?
I think they're waterproof. Frank, look into that for us. Producer Frank Ladd, when you had your ankle bracelet on.
He's lifting up his pant leg right now.
Frank, when you had your ankle monitor, were you able to shower with it? Yeah, he says he was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why he's always bringing in baked goods. He's trying to win us back. Frank is always bringing in baked goods for the newsroom.
So that is how Sheriff Montgomery can win back all of us, bring us cookies, bring us cake. Do not put it on the taxpayer's dime, though. You got to pay for it with your salary.
Well, 314-436-7900. If you support Sheriff Alfred Montgomery, or you know somebody who does, let us know, because right now it's only Ranj. It's only Ranj.
Yep. This would not be happening without Sean Malone's intrepid reporting, his gotcha journalism.
Oh, I forgot. I have to defend the honor of Sean Malone, the brilliant KMOX reporter. Sean Malone did not indict the sheriff. That was the two attorneys general, the two attorneys general of the state of Missouri. And Sean was just reporting on it to let the people know you cannot disparage and libel Sean Malone like that. Ranj, I won't stand for it.
What? His gotcha journalism? Sean Malone is just out to get you. He's just.
Well, they got something. They got his ass.
They got his ass. Yeah, they did get his ass. Amy Marks Coors, Chris Ranji, always visit with us, won't you? 314-436-7900. Dale Schilly's going to talk some soccer with us because the City SC is about to wrap up their season. It's almost over. And we've got Bernie Federko at 11 o'clock. Bernie's coming up at 11, part of our No Prize Pick'em Challenge. Danon Hughes will talk Chiefs with us at 11:30. Poor Sheriff Montgomery.
He's fine.
You know
can
what?
Shower. What else does he want?
I think
he can shower with the thing on.
I'm going to take the rest of the day off so that I can sulk.
I think you should.
Chris and Amy on KMOX.
Because we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see lots of lawyers' ads. Most seem to be bragging on results, but are they true or misleading? For example, in some cases, a firm may try a case even though the at-fault party has no lawyer, then brag in the ad about their results. My son Matt got one for nearly $50 million, but we never collected one dime. Some lawyers may say they got a result even though they were sitting second chair at a firm like mine, and even though they had little to do with it. Happens all the time. All that glitters is not gold. At Morgan & Morgan, our results are real. Visit forthepeople.com and go to Settlements and Verdicts to see for yourself what your case may be worth before you hire a law firm. Do your homework. Fact check. It's easy and too important not to. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/try. QUO.com/try.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Missouri can count on.
This is Debbie Monterey, and I really want you to know about the trusted services that EverTrue Anywhere Care provides to older adults who want to age successfully at home. Formerly Lutheran Senior Services, their team of experts specializes in orthopedic care. They also have licensed nurses for in-home support and trained caregivers to help with household tasks like meal prep and medication reminders. Call 314-597-6498 to learn more or visit evertrueanywherecare.org. evertrueanywherecare.org.
Hey Dave, it's Tamara, the flavor temptress, and your good friend from Clementine's Ice Cream. I just wanted to say congratulations on 25 years. Not only are you the sexiest man in daytime radio, but you're probably the only man with the best looking feet. Here's to the next 25. Cheers to you, my friend.
You asked, we delivered. KMOX, now on FM. Crystal clear sound at 104.1 FM.
Chris and Amy on KMOX 104.1 FM. If you're not switched over yet, you should. If you're in the listening area, you should be able to pick it up. I mean, the farther out you get from the city, it's a little tougher, but great, strong, beautiful, big, beautiful signal we have, 104.1 FM.
The BBS. That's
also,
what they call it.
And you can listen on the Odyssey app, download that, and use the voice message feature on the Odyssey app. We were just talking about Sheriff Montgomery and Robert, who is watching and always watching on YouTube, who said he had to stand with his hand on his heart while listening to Alfred Montgomery's Facebook post that we read aloud. He's asking if he can sit now. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You do not have to stay up. You can sit. You've paid your proper respect to him. Another text message to 314-436-7900 says, he might be a horrible sheriff, but it seems like he knows how to party. That's what I'm talking about. Why can we not celebrate people, elected officials,
who know
how to party? Shouldn't we give him his due respect? Wait, is this like
the cocaine and hookers that Madison Cawthorn was telling us about?
Well, yes. Kind of.
The way they kicked that guy out makes me believe that it's all true.
I totally agree with you.
Like, it's so weird. Think of all the insane people. Marjorie Taylor Greene, since she's come up today, we must remind you, literally believes that Jews are in control of space lasers. She was a QAnon person. She thought a missile hit the Pentagon and so forth and so forth. She's insane. They're okay with her. But Madison Cawthorn, this young kid, and I say he's a kid, he's a grown man, but he was young, conservative, shows up to the party and starts spilling the beans about cocaine and hookers. And the next thing you know, they kicked him out.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. It seems like the party is willing to accept a great deal of lunacy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he means it or not. I don't know if it's an act that he was trying to pull and he saw a niche and he thought I can get in there and capitalize on it. So I don't know how much of that he truly believed when he was a member, but I think once you start blowing up everyone's spot, then they're going to be like, all right, you're out.
So my question
so I
is,
totally agree with you. I think a lot of what he said probably was true as it pertains to the cocaine parties that were happening.
and here's my gotcha journalism. Because you like the sheriff because he knows how to party.
Yeah.
Do you respect Mitch McConnell more if it's cocaine and hookers?
If Mitch McConnell is engaging in cocaine and hooker parties now, yes.
Okay, so that's how we can get you to support.
But I know he's not, because if you've ever seen anybody on cocaine, they don't freeze for 45 seconds and stare straight ahead.
Let me ask you this. Who are the skinniest members of Congress? That might be the cocaine.
The skinniest member?
Because there's cocaine skinny. That's why rock stars look like that.
There should be a database somewhere with all the heights and weights of everybody in Congress.
Well,
just so
like
I can.
an NFL roster.
Yes, just like that.
They should do that.
I agree with you.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, but if Mitch McConnell was doing cocaine but the guy buffers too much.
But what about?
There's just no way.
But maybe that's why he's buffering, because he is
No.
worn out.
Do you know what cocaine does to people?
But what happens when you
could be on 72 hours straight of no sleep.
Yeah.
And if you're coked up, you're going 100 miles an
the
hour.
cocaine goes away. You go potty and it comes out. Whatever goes
You
away.
go potty and it comes out.
It's all out.
Okay.
I bet you would buffer.
Well, maybe that's
Coming
why.
off the cocaine for sure has got to be a buffer or two. But yeah, if it's Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell are partying, then Ron supports them. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, well, maybe that's why the insurrection seemed like
I
a
bet
good
Lindsey
idea
Graham's
at the
going
time.
to. I bet Lindsey Graham's going to different kinds of parties. I don't think it's the cocaine and hooker party.
Ridley Scott is the Hollywood director producer. He has some thoughts on movies, and I want to bring Matt Pajeski into this conversation because Matt's a big movie guy. Ridley Scott said that Hollywood is drowning in mediocrity. That was his phrase, quote, drowning in mediocrity. He's the director behind Alien, Blade Runner, Gladiator. He said this while he was in a screen talk at the BFI South Bank on earlier this month in October. And he said they were taking questions about his career and what he wants to do for his next project. But he said he finds the quality to be lacking. Quote, well, right now I'm finding mediocrity. We're drowning in mediocrity. So what I do, and it's a horrible thing, but I've started to watch my own movies. And actually, they're really good. And also, they don't age. I watched Black Hawk Down the other night, and I thought, how the hell did I do that? But I think that occasionally there's a good one that will happen. It's like a relief that there's somebody out there who's doing a good movie.
So I will agree with him to an extent. I think there are a lot of people who would like to do good movies. But as we remember when Matt Damon a couple of years ago was on Hot Ones, which is the Sean Evans show where he gets a celebrity, does a sit-down interview, and they eat hot wings, and the wings get increasingly hotter. And then you watch the celebrities react to it. They're really good episodes, and the interviews are usually pretty good. And when Matt Damon was talking about how it is because of the lack of DVD sales. So kind of like records, people don't really buy records anymore. They just stream everything.
Mm-hmm.
So because there are no DVD sales or Blu-ray sales anymore, that it's very difficult for studios to make back money on certain films. Because it used to be that they'd put a movie out, they would hope that it would make so much at the box office. And if it didn't, at least they would have the DVD sales on the back end. Well, they're not getting that anymore. So if they are not positive that they will make $100 million or so right away while the movie's in, then they're not going to make the movie, which is why Marvel films or these reboots kept getting made because the reboots already have a built-in audience.
I mean, if you look back at the biggest movies of all time, when they came out, they were brand new, like Star Wars, Jurassic Park, or a Titanic, or I don't know, like a Jaws. Those are the biggest movies of their time. The biggest movies today are still Star Wars, Jurassic Park,
Top Gun.
Again, the 13th Marvel movie. I mean, they're past 13 now. It's like everything is just a rehashing of what has already been big.
So
there's not a lot of big original movies.
Superman.
Yeah.
So these are the comic book movies. The reason they do well is because there is a built-in audience. All these people who are Superman comic book fans or older movie fans, Star Wars, whatever, they are going to go to see the next Star Wars. They're going to go see the next Superman movie. They're going to see the next Iron Man well, he's dead. Rest in peace.
What?
They're going to see.
You got to catch up.
Yeah, Tony
Man
Stark.
dies?
Tony Stark.
Oh my gosh.
Tony Stark died.
I honest to goodness did not know that.
He died 6 years ago.
Did he really?
Yeah, in Endgame.
Oh,
Sorry to
my
ruin it for
gosh.
you, but it's been 6 years.
I don't even see movies.
That's why this happens. I'm really curious to see how the new Leo DiCaprio movie ends up doing over the course of its
Which
run.
one is that?
One battle after another.
One battle after another. It looks great, and
I've never even heard of it.
Steven Spielberg said before the movie was released, he had seen it and said he watched it twice, and it was
Wow.
one of the best things he had seen in a very long time. I'm curious to know how that one does because it's an original story. And it's not like a rehash of something else or,
Because you could-
bringing up a comic book from the past or something like
Because
that.
you could even argue, like Barbie is rehashing a brand
It's a
that
toy.
already exists. It's a toy. Like
yes.
it's not a brand new idea.
Everything's an existing brand.
Yes. So one battle after another is completely made up because, like, obviously Oppenheimer, big movie, but it's history. This is a purely original idea.
I don't know if it was a book or something previous, but it wasn't like it doesn't have a built-in fan base.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. And I'm very interested to see that one and how it ends up doing
Matt,
long term.
do you agree then? Like, do you feel like the built-in fan bases are cheap, or do you enjoy them?
I don't know if they're cheap. I mean, it's definitely. I think at times they can be a cash grab because, like you said, there's that built-in audience, and at times they can be really good. But at other times, though, and I guess it depends on the movie, you feel like it's just fan service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It is. You're
they're
right.
calling back that one scene from the original movie, 1980 or whatever.
Yep.
That's
The
not
Easter
really part of
eggs.
the plot. It's
Yep.
just things to please
Yeah.
fans, and that's not a great movie to me. I don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of these comic book fans get upset if you don't stay true to the material.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, why would you? Okay. That idea to me is fascinating because why does it have to follow a thing that you've already seen? So what you're telling me is you want to go to the movie and you want the story in the movie to follow exactly what you already know happens. You don't want to be surprised. You don't want a twist. You don't want something different. You just want to see the same thing that already happened, but in movie form.
I think you want.
And that's what a lot of these
blend.
comic book people end up doing. They get mad if you're like The Walking Dead. When that show was out, it was first a comic book, a series of comic books, and parts of the story veered away from what was going on in the comics, and diehards got mad about it. Like, why'd you get mad? You've already read it. You already know what happens. Don't you want something different and fresh?
No.
Let's talk a little footy with Dale Schilly, City SC Academy Director and broadcaster on Y98. City is about to wrap up their season, and Dale is with us next on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Hey guys, Dave Glover here for the Dave Glover Show. So, what is my show? My show is 4 different people living 4 different lives, all coming together every day between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to talk about life, actual life, not so much headlines or did you see what Trump did today or XYZ. Never predictable because I never know what I'm going to talk about from one segment to the next. So it truly is unique and unpredictable. Join us.
104.1 FM KMOX.
Tom Ackerman for Busey Bank and Building Community, proudly recognizing the Community Action Agency of St. Louis County. Known as CASTLE, the agency is one of a network of community action agencies coming together to transition people out of poverty towards self-sufficiency. CASTLE serves 44,000 people in St. Louis County every year. Learn more about the Community Action Agency of St. Louis County at caastlc.org. That's caastlc.org.
This is Blake Trevunza, Commercial Relationship Manager at Busey. The Community Action Agency of St. Louis County, also known as CASTLE, helps people move from crisis to stability. With housing, food, health, legal aid, education, and more, CASTLE empowers families to break the cycle of poverty. Take action yourself and find out more about CASTLE, the Community Action Agency of St. Louis County. That's what building community is all about. Join Busey. Get involved as we continue building the communities we call home.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Currently, it's 57 degrees, high today of 75. Could be some rain this morning, followed by, well, a shower in spots this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy with a low of 54. Weather sponsored by the Financial and Tax Strategies.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing your checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
Hi, Debbie Monterey with Gloria Liu, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Gloria, you've been helping families for more than 22 years with your guarantees, your buyers and waiting program, and you were telling me that between now and the end of the year is a good time to sell. Can you share why?
Always good to see you. When it comes to timing, the spring and fall selling season have historically been the most active. However, due to raised home value and affordability, this market still has lots of sellers and buyers on the sidelines. Fact is, between now and year end is a great time to discuss the sale of your home. I have guaranteed sale program solutions for every situation, including instant multiple cash offers, 100% market value, or my trusted guarantee sale program, where I'll sell your home at our agreed upon price, or I will buy it myself.
Sounds like a plan. The time is now. Call Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com, GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6986. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6986. That's 800-575-6986. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The countdown to kickoff starts here. Friday's focus on Mizzou, the Chiefs, and the NFL. Only on KMOX.
Austin able to re-scoop off of his header. Now Kolmanech sends one swooping to the top of R6. Vollum goes for a header. Hard-fought play, and that'll do it. St. Louis City 3, Austin 1.
We're trying to link up with Dale Schilly, who is the broadcaster on Y98, analyst for City SC games, and also Academy Director for City SC. They are about to wrap up their season, but there's an off week here, and I don't know why. I don't know why there's an off week, but they don't play this week.
Before the last game of the season,
it's so weird.
You get 1 week off.
The MLS season, soccer seasons are just strange because there's always these times off in the middle, and
that's like getting off on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Like you get Thursday off as a break. You're like, well, can't you just like
Thursday and then you come back Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that either. But Energizer Park on the 18th will host the final game of the season for City SC when they take on Salt Lake. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they got a week off this week. But we'll talk to Dale Schilly, or we are at least trying to link up with him. But how about this, Amy?
I saw it, and I thought of Ranj.
Are you excited?
I am excited for you.
They are coming back, baby. Banana Ball will return to Busch Stadium August 21st and 22nd. The Savannah Bananas are coming back to Busch Stadium in 2026. And I went to the second night. They played a Friday, Saturday. And man, I had a really great time. I thought it was a lot of fun. The game moved along. It was really good for kids too. I'm sure the kids had a great time at it, but it was just fun. Like all the stuff they were doing and the gimmicks and the guy who's taking at bats on stilts, which is really fun. I just thought it was super fun. I enjoyed the whole thing, and I know a lot of people did not. Well, this isn't real baseball.
Well, like John Hancock said, baseball is not supposed to be fun.
Supposed to be boring.
Yeah, he said it's not supposed to be fun.
They had music playing the entire time. So they had basically
what kind of music? Like
just all kind. No. They would. It was like a DJ play about a minute of a song and go to the next thing and go to the thing after that.
I bet they
played
really a lot of Katy Perry.
I don't remember hearing a lot. I don't know if they did or not. They might have, but it was always like pop stuff.
So
I just thought it was a lot of fun.
When do tickets go on sale?
So tickets are going on sale, and here's how it goes. They did a lottery last time. If you remember, I got in through the lottery, which was great. Fans can join the Bananas ticket lottery before it closes at the end of the day, October 31st of 2025. You go to bananaball.com/tickets. They do a random drawing that'll take place before the event for the chance to even purchase available tickets. Now, if you remember, that's what ended up happening. You win the lottery, but you're not guaranteed a ticket.
That's right.
So, and I got in like 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes before they sold out. So I got very lucky. Now it's time to talk to Dale Schilly, the analyst for City SC Soccer on Y98. Dale, why is there an off week here? What? Why is there an off week
like
and then the last game of the season?
It's
what the
like
hell?
having Thursday off, and then you have to go back to work on Friday.
Well, first off, good to talk to you guys, and I think this is the first game that I get to follow up after a victory, where you and I get to speak. So that was nice. Why is there an off week? The only thing I can think about is that there's international competitions going on. So whenever there's an international break and players get released from the league, often the league will have a shutdown before the next round games and after the international guys come back.
Okay.
So, just to help everybody have a full roster.
So, Dale, I know this idea was floated, and it sounds to me like there's a decent chance it happens where they completely flip the calendar on the season, where soccer will happen over the course of the winter as opposed to during the summer. Would that alleviate it? First of all, would it be better? Would you prefer a schedule like that as opposed to them playing when it's 100 degrees in August? Would it be better for the schedule in terms of like that, and also not having to take off all these weird days?
You're still going to have taking off weird days.
Yeah.
And but I would prefer, and the players would prefer, to play in cold weather versus the 100 degrees or, some of the high humidity days that we get across the country in the summertime. Think about St. Louis and what we feel. Then think about Houston, Austin, Dallas, Miami, Orlando, and just how hot it is in those cities in the middle of the summer. It's really hard to ask guys to do the amount of work in the running with games where you're playing at 100 degrees. It's difficult.
I do picture the MLS picking the off days in the same way that Ranj loves to watch Jacques Pepin cook, where he says, take an off day. You can take it here. It does not matter. It does not matter. Take it off whenever you want. Because Jacques Pepin, he can. It's a very niche comment.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I realized that as I got into it.
Yeah, I like watching Jacques Pepin cook because he does not have. It's just like, hey, whatever you can put potato. You don't have to. It does not matter. Whatever you like.
That's
Is this a recipe or not?
That's how I picture them making the schedule.
You can cook it 5, 6, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. It does not matter. Like, what? Okay.
I'm glad you watch TV in the accent that you're watching.
Well, do you think, Dale, do you think they will actually do it? Will they ever go through with that, changing, flipping the MLS calendar?
It's been talked about so much, and it's been talked about more and more as of late. My guess is yes. I don't know when, but my guess is that eventually it will line up with all the other calendars across the world because everybody else plays the same time of year.
Well, with City having that final game left, how quickly after that last game, win or lose, does the organization start preparing for next season?
Well, hopefully it's already starting. Hopefully there's some ideas in terms of players that they're looking to bring in, the players that they're going to make decisions on if they're not going to bring them back. So hopefully that part of it's already rolling. They should be close on the sporting director side, replacing the sporting director position. So, I would think that not far after the end of the season, I think pretty shortly after that, we'll know the sporting director situation. And then once that position's filled, then they'll start looking at the coach and then finalizing the roster.
What do you think, and maybe you can't really give a guess here, but what do you think ends up happening with the coaching situation? Do they hang on to Critchley?
I would say based on the results as of late, winning the last 3 road games, we'd like to get a result at home, but winning the last 3 road games is an accomplishment, an indicator of how things have trended with the group. I think it's, David's made a good case for himself, getting the results against Montreal and I'm forgetting somebody and Austin, all on the road. Those are good results against teams that were, playoffs are in a similar us, and that's a good indicator about, where the team's at. We lost to LAFC. LAFC's on a different stratosphere in terms of their salary budget and the players that they have in their lineup and in their roster. So that's a different animal than playing teams that have a similar salary budget as you and that you're getting results against them.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the San Jose game. They beat Montreal and San Jose last month. Yeah, and then they lost to LA. So, I mean, they've had September, October has been a whole lot better for them. They won 3 times. They have a draw. So you're talking of the 5 games they've played so far, they've won 3 of those. They have a loss in there too. So that's a much better showing than what was happening in the middle of the year.
Yeah, and I think it's an indicator of just the buy-in from the players, and we see it in social media. We see it in the press conferences, the players' support of Critch, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the sporting director's decision, along with the support and the influence of leadership from the club, because they've been around the program now, where a sporting director will be coming into it as a new person in his relationship with Critch. But he'll have the biggest, or that person will have the biggest influence. And then it's just a matter of making the call and then moving forward.
So then, like, realistically speaking, how different could this roster look for the first game of next season? Like, even percentage wise, what could be the biggest difference that we see?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty big shift. With Lutz coming in and his ties to, the German players and those guys coming here, not with Lutz, but, I think because of his influence. And then, now being here for a few years, they've run their contracts out for those guys that are now out of contract. I would think that we see a pretty significant change in what the roster looks like. Unless we have a situation where you got a sporting director and you're bringing in a new coach as well, when that's going to take some time, you may end up with a similar roster just out of necessity, really. If Critch comes in and takes over, I could see a pretty good shift in the roster just because of the time that he's here, not a long time in between the sporting director and his hiring or his appointment, and then he can get to work and get things done. So I would think that one would be fairly significant.
So what happens between now and the Salt Lake game on the 18th? What's the training like? And, how do you prepare for a game when you have extra time off and it happens to be the last game of the year?
Well, luckily enough, we have the 2 team that's doing well and have made the playoffs. So there's gonna be a scrimmage between the first team and the second team this weekend, and that will help bridge the gap for the first team, and it will help prepare the second team for the first round of the playoffs, which happens on October the 19th, the day after the last game from the first team. They're in regular training schedule, and they've both groups have planned their training this week in preparation for a game on Saturday, just like they would any other training week. And then they'll build for the RSL game next Saturday, and the second team will build for the Ventura County game, which is LA Galaxy's 2 team, for Sunday evening, the 19th at 6 o'clock.
All right, Dale, enjoy your weekend. We will talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Academy Director for City SC and analyst on Y98, Dale Schilly, with us on KMOX. We have the Gas House Gang coming up at 12 o'clock. Mike Claiborne, Matt Pauley, Chris Ranji. That's me. We will talk Blues. Last night, they dropped their opener. They got spanked. They lose last night. There's college football, pro football, all coming up. And so we're going to get into that with you starting at 12 o'clock today. Amy Mark scores Chris Ranji. Did you see this? Next on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
Starship featuring Mickey Thomas. With John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. Shooting Star. In Missouri. Saturday, November 15th, the Family Arena. Reserved seats on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Sawyer Brown.
Some girls don't like boys like me. Oh, but some girls do.
And Lone Star.
Every little thing that you do. Baby, I'm a
Live Saturday, March 14th, the Family Arena. Get tickets Friday at noon at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Don't miss Sawyer Brown and Lone Star together live.
Red Kingdom is back at FanDuel Sports Network Live in Ballpark Village. See every game on the largest screen in town. Don't forget about the $25 buckets, $5 cocktails, and the best tailgate food around. Grab your friends along with KMOX and huddle up for the games at the best watch party in town. If you can't make it, but don't want to miss it out, listen to the Chiefs on KMOX or KMOX on the Odyssey app. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline at 800-536-9607. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-536-9607 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-536-9607 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-536-9607.
Rhino Shield is far superior to even the best traditional exterior house paint.
Rhino Shield is 8 to 10 times thicker than paint and comes with a 25-year transferable warranty. Rhino Shield is the only ceramic coating company that has been chosen by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where every episode is concentrated on unpainted brick, bonds and seals to stucco, wood, hardy, block, color lock, masonite, and more. No better product for those steel aluminum-sided homes that have become, chalky and tired looking. We coat sloped and flat roofs to extend their lives too. After 15 years, we've got a great reputation and a superior product. As long as it's affordable, why wouldn't you do it? Before you make the costly mistake of painting with traditional paint, you'd be best served to call Rhino Shield today. We are the experts and our evaluations are free. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com. Tell them, ladies.
No pain, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
We started Neovitin because we wanted to create a multivitamin for ourselves. That's why we focus on quality ingredients and formulas with our multivitamins. Neovitin 50 Plus multivitamins are formulated with over 20 vitamins and minerals, along with our 4-ingredient physician-formulated proprietary blend for the highest quality daily nutritional support. Give Neovitin 50 Plus multivitamins a try for yourself. Find them at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, and online at neovitin.com.
An important message from SNL Coins. SNL Coins pays top dollar for your gold and silver coins, old currency, gold-filled jewelry, scrap gold and silver, silver plating, gold and silver bullion. Get a quote with a call to SNL at 544-3600. SNL Coins, 544-3600. Or visit SNL Coins at 9300 Gravois, just east of McKenzie. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 Saturday. Before you sell, call SNL 544-3600.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX. Now, did you see this? With Chris and Amy.
Well, I'm not a fan of this at all, and I feel like Ranj might not be either. So, you learned in school not to write run-on sentences, correct?
Right.
You don't want a run-on sentence.
No.
Okay. Well, this year's winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature is a Hungarian author who is not a traditionalist, to say the least. In his debut novel, this is not the one he won the Nobel Prize for, but in his debut novel, each chapter was a single paragraph with no line breaks. Could be hard on the eyes. But in his most recent novel, to appear in English, the name of the book is Hearst 07769, is a single sentence that unfolds over 400 pages. It's one sentence.
So it's just a
The
run-on
whole
sentence.
novel, yes. It said he receives $1.2 million for the prize, which means he gets $1.2 million for every period he used in his book.
Okay. Wow.
400 pages, one sentence. That's not a
Dude.
sentence. Like it's not a sentence. You can't even call it a sentence. It's just.
Isn't that kind of how Cormac McCarthy writes a bit?
I don't
Like
know.
it's his punctuation's a little different.
I mean, there was like James Joyce. Like
Yeah.
if you read his book, like The Dubliners, it's stream of consciousness. But I think there are multiple sentences. It's just that they don't make sense. I mean, I like James Joyce's short stories, but like The Dubliners, the really intense stream of consciousness, run-on thought/sentences, those are tough to get through. But this is one sentence.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm curious though, but I don't think I can get through 400 pages of it. That's how many pages you
Because
said?
have you ever read a story, like a news story that's written poorly, and it's almost hard to follow the story if the punctuation is off?
Okay, I would like to I have to bring this up. We love our partners at Fox 2.
Yeah.
I love them, but I think there's a mistake on one of their stories. And one of their stories today is about string of car break-ins leaves STL residents frustrated.
Yeah.
Which, of course, I want to read more about this. So there are 4 graphs in the story, and the final graph is Fox 2 consulted a local attorney to provide residents with some clarity on their rights in those tense situations.
Oh.
And the story ends.
What?
Like there's no well, tell us what the attorney said.
I think they're saying we
I think it
consulted.
sometimes that happens where you accidentally submit something before maybe you just only put half of it.
I like to think that Fox 2 is going, we
great.
figured it out. The rest of you,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yep, we know what's going on. Wouldn't you like to know? We're not going to tell you. I love Fox 2. They're awesome, man. But we appreciate you being with us. We've got tickets to give away. We're not doing it right now, but we have tickets to give away for All Elite Wrestling at Chaffetz Arena on the 18th. And we have tickets for Hardy, country music singer, next summer. We'll be at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater before the show is over. We will give away both sets of tickets on the Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX. The No Prize Pick'em Challenge is next. Bernie Federko, our celebrity picker. He goes up against listener Dwayne on KMOX.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan. Have you noticed loose bricks or missing mortar around your house on the walls, the patios, the walkways, the porch, or the chimneys? If so, you need to call Morelli Tuck Pointing. 314-645-1387. You might need one of two things: solid tuck pointing, the removal of old mortar with the replacement of new mortar throughout an entire wall or chimney, or maybe just spot tuck pointing. Spot tuck pointing involves the tuck pointing of a particular wall, a chimney, or other masonry surface in an area where it's needed the most. One example might be settlement cracks, usually found above or below windows or doorways. 314-645-1387. Call the company that the Brennans have called when we've needed tuck pointing. Morelli Tuck Pointing, the masonry specialists. Winner of the Angie's List Super Service Award every year since 2005. 314-645-1387, MorelliTuckPointing.com.
Radio. And the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Mid-America's most trusted voice for news. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hey, this is Charlie Brennan, along with Dr. Colleen Bosler and Dr. Adam Voss at the Audiology Center. When was the last time you really enjoyed a conversation without straining to hear?
Charlie, so many people think hearing aids just make things louder.
But that's old technology. Today's hearing aids do so much more.
Exactly. With the dual chip technology, our hearing aids actually separate the speech from the background noise.
Which means at a noisy restaurant, you'll hear your friends and family, not the clinking dishes.
And the best part, your brain doesn't have to work overtime trying to fill in the blanks.
So that keeps your mind sharp, your conversations easy, and your relationships stronger.
Because hearing well isn't just about sound, it's about staying connected.
Thanks, Doctor. Call the Audiology Center today to schedule your annual hearing evaluation. Don't miss another moment. Call 636-441-7470 or visit the audiologycenterstl.com.
It is 11:01, and right now we do potentially have some rain heading our way. We'll get more on the forecast in a moment. It's cloudy and 62 degrees downtown. The government shut down now on day 10 with Republicans and Democrats locked in a stalemate. Senators have left Washington until next week. House Speaker Mike Johnson says Democrats are to blame.
We're not in a good mood here in the Capitol. It's a somber day. Today marks the first day federal workers across America will receive a partial paycheck thanks to Democrats' obstruction to the system here.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
The American people are sick and tired of the chaos, crisis, and confusion that has been visited upon the country by Donald Trump and Republican complete control of Congress.
Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene breaking ranks, blaming Speaker Johnson and fellow Republicans for the shutdown and making the media rounds to say it is about health care and rising costs, and says everyone is getting destroyed. In our go-go world, relaxation may feel like lazy.
Relaxation is not withdrawal, it's active recovery, and it's the most powerful tool we have to finding clarity amidst confusion.
Dr. Nigel Lester, Director of Mental Health at Palm Health, separates rest into sleep, recreation, and relaxation. Relaxation is not scrolling, watching TV, or even reading.
It's an awake but restful state. It's sort of like a bridge between sleep and action.
On this World Mental Health Day, Lester says practice just staring out the window or daydreaming to let your brain truly relax. A true St. Louis movie opens.
Weapon on Earth is the human soul. On fire.
Soul on Fire, filmed on location in St. Louis, is the story of John O'Leary, whose unlikely friendship with Jack Buck helped him survive being severely burned in a fire. The red carpet premiere was last week at Powell Hall. From the business desk, sponsored by Krentz Financial Group, KFGadvisors.com, Build-A-Bear CEO Sharon Price John tells CNN prices will be going up for some of their products because of tariffs.
We're cut and stitch, just to, right. Or plastic molding is a big piece, or even technology, but they're low-end chips. You have to get those component parts from all over the world. Some of the things that is required for us to create our products are not made in the U.S., and you can't make all your component parts.
Despite tariffs, Build-A-Bear stock has been performing well in the market. Its stock price went up 60% higher than it was at the beginning of the year. It dipped 20% this week. A local whiskey has won a major award. Stowlock Whiskey of Defiance earned a gold medal and a 95-point score at the 2025 Asia International Spirits Competition. It was the highest rated small batch bourbon.
Cloudy to partly sunny this afternoon. A couple of showers in the area, mainly early, the high 75. Partly to mostly cloudy early tonight with a shower or two, then clear by morning, low 58. More sun than clouds tomorrow, nice and warm in the afternoon, high 77. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk, I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Joe Lundberg on 104.1 FM KMOX.
It's cloudy, 62 degrees in downtown St. Louis. I'm Debbie Monterey, KMOX News.
Chris Ranji, Amy Marks Kors. The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Okay, boys, here we go. Hey, from the jump now, let's go. Who's ready for some football? Football!
Why are you smiling? Because I love football.
So glad football season's back.
Let's go, baby. It's week 6 of the NFL, and it is time to do our No Prize Pick'em Challenge. And we do it every Friday at 11 o'clock. And today we are joined by listener Dwayne, who is with us on KMOX. Good morning, Dwayne. How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You ready to go?
Let's go, baby.
All right. And also, you are participating. You are competing against Amy Marks Kors, Chris Ranji, that's me, and Bernie Federko of the St. Louis Blues. Bernie is a blues legend, as you already know, and he is with us now on KMOX. Good morning, Bernie.
Good morning, Chris. How are you?
We're doing great over here. You ready to pick some football games?
Well, I'm as set as I can be.
Okay.
Are you a big NFL guy, Bernie?
You know, Amy, I watch the football, but I love watching football, but I won't say that I'm an expert by any means, and I'm certainly not in any fantasy leagues.
That is perfect. That is exactly what we want to hear.
We don't necessarily need football experts. We do need Hall of Famers, so you fit the bill perfectly.
Well, thank you.
All right, so here are the rules. We are just going to go through a handful of games here. You're just going to tell us who you think is going to win the game, why you think they're going to win the game, even if the reason is ridiculous.
That's right.
And then at the very end, we will pick the Monday night game, and we'll need the winner, and we'll need the total amount of points scored, and that total is going to serve as the tiebreaker if there is a tie. Is it understood?
Let's go.
Also,
Absolutely.
Dwayne, you know what you get if you win?
I get $100,000 worth of nothing.
That's correct.
That's right.
$100,000 times 0 is 0. So that is exactly what you get.
I beat Amy and Chris and Bernie Federko.
That's right. And you might get to come back next week, too, if you win. So here we go. Let's get started with the Arizona Cardinals They are in Indianapolis against the surprisingly good Colts. Dwayne?
It's going to be the Colts.
Okay, Indianapolis, they win at home. Bernie Federko, what do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I'm going to go with the Colts. I don't think Arizona's, but I think their quarterback's out possibly. So I will go with the Indianapolis as well.
Well, I'm going to go with Indianapolis because I'm just hearing that Arizona's quarterback is out. I didn't know that, so I'm going to go with the Colts. I had Arizona, and I scratched it out while Bernie was talking.
You were going to go with the Cardinals on the road?
I was. Well, I was going to try to mix it up a bit, but then Bernie dropped the information. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to also pick the Colts just because they have been really good this year. I think that continues and probably would have anyway at home. So
well, that and the Cardinals will end up dropping the ball in the end zone again.
My God. Oh my God. That's what happened last week. It would have put the game away for Arizona. Guy breaks off for a 72-yard touchdown run. Before he gets into the end zone, he drops the ball on purpose right before he hit the goal line. Somehow that still happens. I don't quite get it. All right. It is the Cowboys and Panthers. This game is happening in Carolina, Dwayne, and Dallas is a 3.5-point favorite.
I say Carolina wins it. Last-minute field goal.
Dallas
defense, you don't know what they're going to do every week.
Wow.
Last-minute field goal. All right. Bernie Federko?
No, I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm a Cowboy fan, and they've been kind of up and all about with the tie and stuff. But I think they're going to go on the road and they'll win this one.
All right. I don't have a strong feeling either way, but I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, Amy.
Yep. Thank you. For no good reason, honestly. For zero good reason.
All right, well,
that's a good enough one.
No good. I'm going to pick Dallas on the road, too. I think they're a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
And defensively, they are not good, as Dwayne says, but I got a feeling they'll win on the road, probably. All right, Seahawks in Jacksonville, the Jaguars. This is going to be a close game, I think. The spread is 1.5. Seattle is favored in this game on the road, but the Jaguars are 4-1 on the season. They have played pretty well. They've been perfect at home. Dwayne?
Jacksonville's defense is going to show up and put the Hawks down.
Oh, boy. All right, Bernie, what do you think?
I really like Lawrence as the quarterback. I loved the game the other night, the way he played, the last way he falls down and still got into the end zone. So I'm going with the Jaguars again, too.
Okay.
So I actually have this written down. It's a very niche story. We don't have time to get into it. But one time I ran a race and someone held up a sign. It was a kid who held up a sign, was cheering for me. It said, "Go Amy." But his favorite football player is Trevor Lawrence. So he cut out a giant picture of Trevor Lawrence and put it on the "Go Amy" sign. And everybody was asking, why is Trevor Lawrence on that sign?
It doesn't have to make sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. And so I've got a picture of me after the race holding the sign. It says "Go Amy." And then Trevor Lawrence's face was on the sign.
How old is this kid?
10.
10 years old.
Yeah.
That's really adorable.
It was adorable. He's like, because he's my favorite player. And I'm like, that's
So you're going with Jacksonville?
adorable. Yes.
All right. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to spite that kid.
Ron's just not like kids.
I'm going to spite that 10-year-old. So I'm picking the Seahawks.
He's never met a baby. It's just unbelievable.
He can't meet a baby.
So you're going to spite him or spike him?
Well, no, I'm not going to spike the baby, Dwayne. Spite with a T.
Spite.
Oh.
Come on, man. All right. The Rams.
Whenever I see Trevor Lawrence, though, I always go, why the long face?
Oh, dude.
What?
That's not nice.
What?
That's just not nice.
Everybody says that, I think.
Rams are on the road. They will play the Ravens, who are, I can't believe they are 1-4 on the season. But Baltimore is 1-4. I still think they are better than this. They've got Lamar Jackson, who's out. So that is a huge factor right now. Rams and Ravens in Baltimore, Dwayne.
I think the Rams are going to blow these guys out by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Whoa, baby.
All right, Bernie Federko.
I always hate to cheer for the Rams, and I'm really not cheering for the Rams this weekend, but I got to pick with them because too many injuries. Baltimore is really decimated with injuries, so I got to go with the the Rams on this one this week.
All right. I'm going to go out on a limb here because the Ravens can't lose all of their games.
Wow.
So I think Baltimore is somehow going to win a game, but it will mainly be because something terrible happened with the Rams.
Okay.
I'm going with Baltimore because I'm counting on something terrible happening with them. Not terrible, like no one's going to die.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
yeah. They're not gonna fall into a sinkhole.
yeah,
I get
they're not
that.
going to fall into a sinkhole.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick the Rams here. I think it's pretty clearly
I think
a
this
game
is the
in which they win.
This is the game where I win the whole thing, and everyone's going to look back and talk about how brave I was to pick the Ravens.
Yeah, that's most likely it. Bengals and Packers in Green Bay. I'd like to think Green Bay is not very good. They are favored by 14.5, though. Bengals have an injured quarterback. So, Dwayne, what's your pick?
This one's scary because you know who beat the Packers last time, right?
Cleveland.
Joe Flacco and the Browns.
Yep.
And now Joe Flacco has a lot more weapons than he had with the Browns. But the Packers are still going to win.
Packers are still going to win, but it scares you. Okay, Bernie Federko.
Yeah, I go Packers at home. They're too good at home, so I'm staying Packers.
I agree.
Right.
Still on my bucket list to go to a game at Lambeau Field when it is 20 degrees below zero and you have to wear Carhartts and a sleeping bag. That's my dream.
I am going with the Cincinnati Flaccos.
Wow.
There's no chance I'm right here. No chance I'm right, but I have to dream. I have to.
We all have to dream. That's how I felt when I picked the Ravens.
Yeah, I get it. I can't do it, man. Stupid Packers.
It's because he's a Bears fan, Bernie, so he's pretty angry and bitter all of the time, and he does not like Green Bay.
Hold on, we'll get to that in a minute. We're not done.
No. Last time I dreamed, Buffalo lost 4 straight Super Bowls.
That's that's true.
That's why Dwayne doesn't dream anymore.
Nope.
This is a good one. 49ers in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers. These are two pretty good teams. Tampa has they're the favored team,
Wow.
3.5-point favorite here. What do you think, Dwayne?
San Francisco's too beat up. I used to live there, so I cannot root for the Niners.
Okay. So to spite the Niners and
Yeah.
despite San Francisco, you're picking Tampa Bay. All right, fair
Yeah.
enough. Bernie?
Yeah, it was a gutsy win that they pulled off last week. I don't think they can do it again, and I'm going to go with Tampa Bay as well.
Amy?
I'm going with the Buccaneers because I do believe primarily that they will outscore San Francisco. Which
That's
means,
how it usually.
Which means they're going to win.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they are going to outscore San Francisco.
See?
Also,
You also feel that way.
We are all we're all picking. Do we have to dump that or no?
What in his cup?
We are all picking. Whoops. We are all picking
That was the
Buccaneers.
Bears fan coming out.
Oh, that's going to happen. All right. Now, this is a good one, too. This is the Sunday night game. I think this one will be a lot of fun. Detroit Lions on the road in Kansas City against the Chiefs, who are 2-3. And I still think the Chiefs are better than the record. So Chiefs hosting the very good Detroit Lions, Dwayne.
Got to go with Detroit. They're going to light up the scoreboard, both teams. But
Wow.
Yeah, Detroit. Detroit by at least 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Bernie?
Yeah, I'm a Lions fan. I'm going Lions on this one. I mean, nothing against KC, but they've struggled this year, and I think that the Lions are coming on along, and I'm going Lions.
Yeah, I feel like this is, I hate to jump on board with everybody, got to mix it up. But as you know, I would run through a wall for Dan Campbell. And I think the Chiefs are struggling. I think it's going to be just a really disastrous start if they're going to lose. So I got to pick the Lions. But I'm a Chiefs fan.
I think the Chiefs are going to win this game at home. They're at Arrowhead. They're going to win this game at Arrowhead. And I would like to be able to tell Danon Hughes in about 15 minutes that I picked the Chiefs because he's mad at me now. So
Ronj likes the Chiefs now because of the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce.
that's exactly right. All right. Our final game. There are 2 Monday night games, but we are going to pick one. Washington Commanders hosting the Chicago Bears, the beloved Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams. Dwayne?
Can he come back to me?
No. Pick
I know.
now.
I hate to let you down there, Chris, but it's gonna Bears squeak one out.
The Bears going to win?
They're gonna squeak one out
Yes.
last minute.
There you go. Thank you, Dwayne. I thought you were going a different direction. All right. How many points? The team total, the 50.5. So 50.5 points. That's what the betting total is.
I'm going 48.
48 points. Bernie Federko.
I'm going to go with Washington, and I'm going to say it's going to the amount of points scored are going to be. I'm going to say it's going to be 31-20, 55.
55 points in the game.
All right.
Yep.
I am picking the Commanders over the Bears. And with the Commanders' victory, it'll be a total point score of 51.
51 points. You picked the Bears?
No, Commanders.
Oh, you stupid jerk.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I want to win.
Well, you know who I'm going with.
Exactly. Me too, Amy.
That's right.
Hey, I want to win too. Let's go, Caleb. Caleb and the Bears. They are going to win this game on Monday night on the road in Washington. Caleb's going to throw for 3 touchdowns, and the Bears win. The total points, 49. Going with 49 points in this game.
Wow.
So let's go, beloved. Dwayne, we appreciate you playing today. Thank you so much.
guys.
And if you win, you get to come back next week.
All right. And win nothing again.
That's right. You win absolutely nothing. All right. We've got Bernie Federko on the line. Want to talk a little bit of Blues with Bernie. The home opener was last night, season opener last night. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, Bernie Federko will talk a little Blues hockey with us next on KMOX.
Many of you know that my inspiration for becoming an accident attorney was my brother Tim, who was rendered a quadriplegic at age 18. I didn't know what a personal injury lawyer was or what they did, but I soon did. Tim was treated terribly by the insurance company, and I became enraged. It was a constant delay and deny. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Tim later worked with me for 27 years. Last year, my hero died at age 65. You can see my eulogy for him by visiting mybrothertim.com. He was one hell of a man. Because of Tim, together we built the largest injury firm in the world, and our clients are treated the way I would want my family to be treated. At Morgan & Morgan, nobody is a nobody and everybody is a somebody. If you need our help, visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer. See you soon, Tim. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
And I just wanted to let you know that FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, is coming to Missouri. On December 1st, you'll finally be able to bet on all your favorite teams in all your favorite sports. And with FanDuel, there are just so many ways for you to get in on the action. And you can check it out at FanDuel.com/Missouri, where you can download the app. You can bet on everything from the money line to over-unders to which team's going to win it all on a futures bet. Plus, with live betting, you can pick which player is going to score the next touchdown or which player is going to hit the next home run and the one after that and the one after that and so on. And I've been with FanDuel since the very beginning. I've been using the FanDuel Sportsbook app for years when I've been in states that allow me to play, and it's a blast. It's super easy, just as easy to get your money out as it is to put your money in, by the way. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to download the app. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older, present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
KMOX is now on 104.1 FM, the same great station with even better sound.
Got a couple of minutes with Bernie Federko here on 104.1 FM KMOX. Bernie, the Blues last night lost their opener 5-0. What did you see in the opener at Enterprise Center?
Well, Chris, it was disappointing, obviously, but, you know, sometimes you run into those games. It's really always kind of the pressure is always on the home team, big crowd. Everybody's got all these great expectations, and I think the Blues were a little flat to start. I thought Gustafson played very well in goal for the Wild. The Blues had a great second period, just couldn't solve Gustafson. So it was a disappointing night. The special teams, the Blues could have got back in it if they would have scored a goal on the couple of power plays they had, but they weren't able to do that. So, as I say, it's only one of 82 games, so not going to get too disappointed, but it was certainly a disappointing night down at Enterprise.
Yeah, I'm a bummer. I'm bummed. It was a bummer, but not panicking. It's interesting because Jim Montgomery, Braden Shen all said after the game that really up until the point in the second period when they went down 3-0, they were pretty happy with the play. The first goal went off a skate. They were out shooting the Wild 14-0 when the Wild scored that third goal to go up 3-0. So that was definitely a rough start. And then it definitely seemed that they flattened out after that point. Is that just maybe maturity, getting more games under your belt, Bernie, if you do go down by a handful of goals that you have to keep grinding?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, I think the win came out of the sails when it was first shot on goal, really goes off the post, and then the guy's got an empty net to make it 3-0. So it was kind of the disappointment was right there, and then the win was out of the sails, and they really didn't get anything going in the third period. I think that was the disappointing that part of the game was that they didn't get anything going. Even you're down 4-0, and there's nothing worse than getting shut out. And especially getting shut out at home. And I think that the guys were all disappointed about that. But I think when you look at all the statistics and all the analytics of the game last night, the Blues had more scoring chances. The Blues had more offensive zone time than the Wild did. So they did a lot of good things, but unfortunately they didn't get a big save when they needed it. They got some unlucky bounces that went in past Binnington. So, I mean, these are things that are going to happen in the course of the year. And we always keep saying that it usually evens out during the 82 game schedule. So it's, disappointment, but nothing to really, I think, to feel too bad about.
So after the playoff exit, the heartbreaking playoff exit for them last year, a lot of people think this team is going to be pretty good still. What's your read on the 25-26 Blues?
Yeah, I think that they're a better team than they were last year, which was a playoff team. So yeah, I think Chris. I mean, there's some kinks to be worked out. Certainly, they're going to have to try to find out what the lines are going to be, whether who's going to play the right side on the third line, who's going to play the center on the second line, whether it's going to be Shan or is it going to be Suter. So there's things that they really kind of need to figure out. But I think also. With the defensive pairings, I mean, there's a couple of young kids, both Tucker, is relatively, new back there in the lineup, and the new acquisition they got from Montreal. So they've got some question marks. But I always say is the goaltending is so good on this hockey club that they're always going to be in each and every game. So I have high expectations. I mean, I think that they're certainly a playoff team, and once you get in the playoffs, who knows what can happen.
Hey, Bernie, as we let you go, I did want to just ask you quickly about the speed of the game today. Even guys who played just a few years ago, like a Robert Bortuzzo or Joey Vitale, said, "Man, I couldn't keep up with today's game." What do you make of the speed and how it's changed in the past handful of years?
Yeah, Amy, it's way faster than it's ever been, and I think you're seeing. I think we over the course of the last few years, we saw a lot of young, small players come in the league that could really skate and really move the puck and this and that. And now you got even the big guys can do that now. I mean, this Mayo kid that the Blues got from Montreal. I mean, he's 6'3", 220 pounds, and he moves around on the ice like he's a forward, like a young, fast, quick forward. So I mean, these all guys can skate, and yeah, I mean, it's something that. I think that has come into the league now that everybody knows that if you can skate in this league, you're not only going to have a good career, you're going to have a long career. And I think that the game has never been faster, and it's an awful lot of fun to watch.
Bernie, we appreciate you being a part of our stupid football game. Thank you, and thank you for talking Blues hockey with us as well.
Chris, Amy, it was a pleasure, and you know what? I have no idea what I picked, and I won't even remember. So you'll have to remind me what I did.
Yo, we'll let you know. We'll text you.
Right. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.
That is Bernie Federko,
Awesome.
Blues legend, with us on KMOX. And yes, the Blues did start the season last night, so it was not a great deal of fun. And Amy tried to take a seat, and her seat had been stolen. And she would like to file a formal complaint. So go right ahead, Amy.
No, I will just say up in the press box, the Dan Kelly Memorial press box, it's it's up above the nosebleeds, and every seat is lined. Like, you have the booths where the broadcasters are and so forth. And Doug Armstrong has his room, his booth as well. But then on press row, every seat is numbered like 1 through, 60.
Does it have your name on it?
Well,
does it say Amy Marks scores?
Not on the seat itself, but
you have to go look at the assigned.
You look at the assigned seating, and it said Amy Marks scores is this number. And it was crowded. It was jam packed last night because it was the first game. So every seat was taken, including mine. So I had to stand.
It was taken by whom?
Robert Bortuzzo was in my seat.
Robert Bortuzzo took your seat.
I wasn't going to tap him on the shoulder.
Why not? It's your seat.
He works for the organization.
Right.
He's a play. I'm not going to tap on his shoulder and go, "Oh, that's my seat."
No, well, it is your seat.
I just told him
it was assigned to you.
I told him I don't mind, but if it happens again, I'm going to get upset.
Did you walk up to him and go, "Psst, hey, beat it"?
No.
Beat it.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Can't you read?
Beat it, Pipsqueak. It's my seat.
I did. Pipsqueak. I did say,
you pipsqueak, Robert Bortuzzo?
I said, excuse me, Pipsqueak.
And get up out of my chair.
Yeah.
That doesn't say Amy Marks scores, does it?
Yeah. Well, anyway, no, but Jacob Sersosimo and Ethan from down the hall let me squeeze in between the two of them. I rolled up a chair.
Well, you tell Robert Bortuzzo to next time get his ass up. You got a seat.
I don't think I'm going to have a seat this year. Here's what I'm telling you.
Chris and Amy on 104.1 FM KMOX. Big game for the Chiefs this weekend, and we've got it right here on 104.1 FM KMOX. Chiefs and Lions. Danon Hughes, former receiver and analyst, joins us next.
From Cardinals Nation to Chiefs Kingdom, from the Zoo to Enterprise Center, St. Louis turns to the Gas House Gang for the biggest stories in sports.
The Gas House Gang on KMOX.
It's must-listen radio at noon, hosted by Tom Ackerman, Chris Ranchi, Mike Claiborne, and Bernie Nicholas. 4 of the most informed and trusted voices in St. Louis sports. The Gas House Gang, weekdays at noon on 104.1 FM at 11:20 a.m. KMOX.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-384-9393. That's 800-384-9393.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
A couple of thunderstorms, maybe this morning, maybe some showers in spots. Otherwise, just cloudy, a high of 75. Right now, it is 60 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 54.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6481. That's 800-575-6481. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Cardinal Cowboy here. After a coma, a miracle, and the fight of my life, I made it back to the games wearing my signature cowboy hat and jersey. Then came the baseball pants, the replica trophy, and the smiles and joy from the young fans. That's when the Cardinal Cowboy was born. Renner Garage Door knows how to bring joy too. With top brands like Delden, Amar, and LiftMaster, and family service you can trust, get your free repair or replacement quote today. Forward and back. Giddy up!
RENNER, RENNER.
If you or a loved one wants a trusted partner to help you age with purpose and independence at home, the EverTrue Anywhere Care team offers world-class in-home services for older adults, including physical, occupational, and speech therapies. Formerly Lutheran Senior Services, the caregivers at EverTrue Anywhere Care assess your needs and customize a plan for you. Call 314-597-6498 or visit evertrueanywherecare.org. That's evertrueanywherecare.org.
It's been said that our eyes are the windows to the world, and so it stands to reason we should take care of those eyes, right? And wouldn't you want to entrust that care to vision experts? Well, that's what you'll find at Ophthalmology Associates, specialists in every field of eye care, and they all share the common mission to provide their patients the highest quality of personalized care and attention. Thorough eye exams, cataract treatment, advanced vision correction surgeries, all aspects of eye care that's right for you is right at Ophthalmology Associates. This is Rick Wallace. They have been my trusted partners in the health of my eyes for almost 30 years. They are the best. Ophthalmology Associates, Doctors Bertie, Malhotra, Brusati, and Royer, 3 St. Louis area locations. Visit youridoc.com or call 314-966-5000.
Sunday is a doubleheader football Sunday. First up, the Cowboys and Panthers at 11:30. Then at 6, it's the Chiefs and Lions.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
It's a football Sunday on 104.1 FM KMOX.
Welcome to the Red Kingdom. Yeah.
This Sunday on 104.1 FM KMOX, it is the Lions and the Chiefs. This is a big football game for the Kansas City Chiefs, and we are the home of Chiefs football here on 104.1 FM KMOX. And joining us now is Danon Hughes, a former wide receiver and radio analyst with Mitch Holthus. He's got the call for the Sunday night game. And we've got Danon with us now on KMOX. How we doing, Danon? We ready to go?
Yeah, we better be ready. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty well. This is, as Ranj mentioned, a highly anticipated game and a big one. Now that the Chiefs have started 2-4 before, 2021 still made it to the AFC Championship game. Yeah, but you would like to not do that.
Yeah,
I think around the Chiefs Kingdom, the heart medicine went up back then. Hopefully we don't have to tap into the pharmacies too much this time, but we like to keep it spicy. Last year was always about the close games, breaking a record for winning 11 games, going 11-0 in one-score games. So this year we're 0-3 in those same one-score games. So, it just tells you, one, how close these games are, how closely competitive they are, and how one play on one direction or the other, and literally last week it was one play that went the other direction with Devin Lloyd's 99-yard interception return and then the kick out of bounds. And if I would have told you that our defense, who's kind of been the identity of this team, would have 60 yards to guard with a team with just one timeout, and the only thing you can't allow is a touchdown, I think all of us would have bet that would have been a win. And unfortunately, that's not what happened. So, the Chiefs are behind the 8 ball somewhat in unfamiliar territory, somewhat. But at the same time, the bright side of this is there are AFC West teams that are losing as well. So as long as we stay within one game of the AFC West, we may not be vying for a number 1 seed or a home route at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for the entire playoff run. But at this point, that's not what we got to look forward to. We got to look forward to beating the best team in the NFL in the Detroit Lions and evening our record.
When the record is 2-3 for a team that is a legitimate Super Bowl contender every single year of the last several years, the question a lot of people ask is, okay, is that record a fluke? Is it just, the way things have worked in the first few weeks and not really indicative of how good the team is? Or is it a trend? Are we seeing the Chiefs actually on a decline? I don't think it's the latter. I think they're a lot better than 2-3. And I'm assuming you see it the same way, yes?
Absolutely. And it's not, this is not a part of this segment for me to make excuses. There's just the reality that if you have your top two receivers down and you're playing against teams that either beat you in the Super Bowl or were in the playoffs last year or one of the contenders for a division, and you lose those games, I think, like I said in previous weeks, I think every team in the NFL would probably lose those games. So to me, it's really just about like last year, and I played on teams in 93, 95, 97, where we were 12-4, 13-3, 13-3, number one seeds, number two seeds in the AFC going into the playoffs. And in each of those seasons, we could have literally been 9-7. We just figured out ways to win close games. And that's what we did last year, and that's not what we're doing this year. So to say that this team is significantly worse than last year's Super Bowl run and a team that wind up being 15-2 in the regular season, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just a matter of tightening the screws, and in those specific situations, we go back to what was successful last year, and we're able to put a nail in the coffin. I mean, you can go through each week, the drop pass by Travis Kelce. That's one play that turned the tide against the Eagles. This past week, the interception. You've never seen Patrick get fooled. It just happened to happen in one of the more crucial times of this game, and we wind up losing. Chris Jones, the effort issue on that last play. Who knows if he would have made that play? And who knows if that's kind of been what he's done. I think the film doesn't lie. I grew up in that era where the eye in the sky doesn't lie. But when you're winning, sometimes things get masked. And we don't know what the case is, but I feel like with the way we're losing games and the pride that this organization has and the players, the bar that has been set so high, as you guys mentioned, this is where the backs are against the wall and this is where you come out fighting. I've been a player in that locker room, and that's kind of got to be the mindset.
Yeah, you mentioned the receivers. This is the last game without Rashee Rice. He comes back after this week. Obviously, not totally relevant for this game. Would love to have him back for this one in particular. But I imagine that puts more hope on the horizon for Chiefs fans, too, who might be feeling a bit frustrated or worried.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some positives. And if you can beat this team and win this game against the Lions, I think that's a huge boost. And then add in Rashee Rice coming back. So, I think this win I don't think it's a must win because, as I mentioned, there's other teams that are losing in the AFC West, and that's where your focus has to be. We're not trying to keep pace with the Buffalo Bills. We're not trying to keep pace with teams that are, have one loss or even the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are focused on the AFC West and some of the noise we need to make within our division. We still have the Denver Broncos twice. So we have a chance to control our destiny against them and the Chargers one more time, and we have them at home. So, the focus has to be the Detroit Lions because that's who's up next. But if I would have told you before the season that we would have had a hobbled Xavier Worthy in and out of the lineup for the first 6 games and Rashee Rice out for all 6 games with 3-3, would that have been out of the realm of possibility? No. And that's where we're sitting now if we can get this win.
So how good is Detroit?
Very good. Very tough. Campbell has that team. Very rarely have we said over the course of history that the Detroit Lions have an identity. And they, outside of Barry Sanders ever, there was nothing to ever fear about the Detroit Lions. Well, this is a team that makes you raise your eyebrows and you wonder, can you compete against this team? Because they're tough, they're creative, they're hard-nosed, they're injured on the defensive side, and I think that can be the weak link that we can exploit if our offense is on the field and takes advantage of some of the weaknesses that they display with injuries in their defensive backfield. But Amon-Ra St. Brown, to me, is the most complete receiver in the game, one of the top receivers in the game, and those are two different categories. And we're gonna have to buckle up and reckon for him. Jared Goff has done a phenomenal job with that team. It's also a team that, like, they come in, they try to punk you. They are one of the few teams where they try to come in and slap you around. They're going to go forward on most fourth downs. They don't look to punt the ball. You're going to have to play every single down against them. Sam Laporta at the tight end position, their run game, a great 1-2 punch with their two running backs as well. So I feel like this might be the most complete team that we will play or have played. And a lot of people believe they're the best in the NFL.
Danon, when you look at the Chiefs right now, 2-3, and they do have to play a bit of catch up. We talk about the experience in this league and maturity. How different is it for a team like the Chiefs, this crew that has won over and over and over again together, to be down 2-3 versus maybe an up and coming team, a team that has more younger players and less experience in big games? Does that experience make 2-3 feel less daunting?
I think yes and no is the answer to that question, and here's why. Yes, because you feel like you have a level of confidence because of the successes that you have. You have veteran leadership that you would believe would be the anchors within the locker room to be able to galvanize everyone and get everybody on the same page. That definitely is a factor. But on the other side, you have to believe that there are times where you're looking in the mirror in the locker room or as you get out of the shower and you're like, how in the world did we get to this place? This is not us. And then the next week you say, how in the world did we get to this place? This is not us. And then you win 2 straight games and you're like, okay, now this is us. This is us. And then you lose another game. You're like, what in the world? The Jaguars? Like, really? So I feel like that those ebbs and flows, those ups and downs are what can fracture a locker room. But I feel like with the nature of these guys and me being in that locker room, I go into the locker room post-game every week, interview players, interview Coach Reed, wins and losses, good and bad. And you don't see guys sulking. You don't see guys feeling sorry for themselves. They're saying all the right things. But human nature is human nature. Sometimes you just wonder, like, how in the world did this happen? How did we get to this place? And unfortunately, it's not Major League Baseball where you got 162 games and NBA where you got 82 games. Like, you got to figure it out yesterday. And I have the utmost confidence in these guys, but I can tell you, just from a human nature, being in that locker room, my last year in the NFL, we didn't make the playoffs in '98. And we had a team that pretty much came back from a 13-3 season. And you had to sit there and like, what in the world just happened? It's already week 14 and we're scrambling. And fortunately, it's not week 14, but I feel like this team has the right mindset to right the wrongs.
Well, I will let you know this. I did in our football pick'em this week. I picked the Chiefs to win. So
there you go.
So I want you to get
there
down.
You go.
You get down to that locker room, you start hitting people in the mouth.
You want me? All right, just for you.
Yeah.
Just for you. You got me amped up right now. There we go.
How amped up are you?
Ready to hit somebody in the mouth.
There you go, Danon.
That's right.
Do it.
That's what we need to hear.
Danon Hughes, we
Let's
love
go.
you. We'll
Let's do
talk
it.
to you next week. Good luck.
All right. Have a great weekend.
Danon Hughes, former Chiefs receiver and analyst on the radio call. And you can hear him alongside Mitch Holt this weekend. That game is happening at 7:20 Sunday night. So it is a night game. We also have other football. We got a lot of football actually on Sunday on KMOX, Cowboys, Panthers at noon. In fact, Gas House Gang, today we're going to talk to Steve Berline. He will be joining us at 12:45. We will be talking about that. He's on the call. Steve Berline, former quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
Did we give away all of our tickets?
Nope, we're about to do one right now.
That's what I thought.
In fact, we are giving away tickets to the All Elite Wrestling. We have a 4-pack of tickets for the 18th, which is a week from tomorrow at Chaffetz Arena. All Elite Wrestling, 4-pack of tickets. We need caller number
5
to the contest line at 314-955-1120. Caller 5, 955-1120. Best of luck to you. You can win those tickets. And there is a great thing that's happening in the state of Missouri coming up, less than 2 months away. December 1st, sports betting is coming legally to the state of Missouri. FanDuel is America's #1 sports book, and they want you to get in on the action because it's such a great time. We've got football going on, both pro and college. Basketball, the hockey season has already started, and with FanDuel, tons of ways to get in on the action. You can bet the game straight up, money line. You can bet team totals. You can bet the spread. You can bet futures like who's going to win the championship, who's going to win the division, all of that with FanDuel. And you can do some live betting while the game is going on. In fact, if you're watching football, you can pick what player you think is going to score the next touchdown or the touchdown after that or the one after that. It is a really fun game to play, and FanDuel makes it super easy. So download the FanDuel app now. You can still get familiar with it. Play around with it, though you can't really place a bet just yet. If you're in the state of Missouri, the app is going to be live to use in December. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to get the app. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tom Ackerman for Busey Bank and Building Community, proudly recognizing the Community Action Agency of St. Louis County. Known as CASTLE, the agency is one of a network of community action agencies coming together to transition people out of poverty towards self-sufficiency. CASTLE serves 44,000 people in St. Louis County every year. Learn more about the Community Action Agency of St. Louis County at caastlc.org. That's caastlc.org.
This is Blake Trevunza, Commercial Relationship Manager at Busey. The Community Action Agency of St. Louis County, also known as CASTLE, helps people move from crisis to stability. With housing, food, health, legal aid, education, and more, CASTLE empowers families to break the cycle of poverty. Take action yourself and find out more about CASTLE, the Community Action Agency of St. Louis County. That's what building community is all about. Join Busey. Get involved as we continue building the communities we call home.
Get this, 42% of baby boomers don't even know how much money they have in their nest egg. If you're not sure where you stand in terms of getting ready for retirement, you should be listening to the All Financial Hour with Steve All.
Let's sit down and talk about your questions, because I think that's the most important thing that it is out there. It's what questions do you have?
Saturday mornings at 10 or Sunday evenings at 6, right here on KMOX.
KMOX proudly supports the Musial Awards, returning to Stiefel Theater Saturday, November 22nd. You can be in the audience for this nationally televised event, hosted right here in St. Louis. Named for Stan the Man, the show celebrates the year's greatest moments of sportsmanship and those who embody class and character. Experience the extraordinary moments and people that make the Musial Awards an event like no other. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
New treatments in the fight against Alzheimer's. Now is the time for action. Join the St. Louis Walk to End Alzheimer's Saturday, October 25th at Chesterfield Amphitheater. Help us see a world without Alzheimer's. Register today, alz.org/walk.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Chris and Amy Show on 104.1 FM KMOX and the free Odyssey app. Now, a look back at this week's Chris and Amy Show, out of context.
Like, I'm going to follow you home.
I know where you live.
See, that's so creepy.
Now it's all pooters. And sometimes
Computers.
the pooters,
Don't. It's computer.
I
Raj.
like to call it a pooter.
It just has this weird, musty, almost crypt-like smell to it.
You know what, Robert? You can go straight to hell.
Do you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis?
Oh, boy.
Yikes.
Hey, congratulations, Dale from St. Louis, who won tickets to see All Elite Wrestling Saturday, the 18th, Chaffetz Arena. Way to go, Dale.
Nice work.
We still have another pair of tickets for other stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Party, we're
yeah.
going to give those away soon. It's
Soon. How about now?
Yeah, we'll do it at the end.
Oh, my gosh. This is
Okay,
the end.
fine. Caller number
7
to the contest line at 314-955-1120 if you want to go see Hardy, country singer, next
Hardy.
summer in June the 5th. 955-1120. So good luck to you. All right, I guess it's time for us to play a game here. We do Out of Context every Friday, where Matt Pajeski quizzes us on the things that we have said, and we have to remember why we said them.
Yeah, the horrible things you say every week.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start off with the two of you guys. You both said this, and I need you to give some context to it.
Like, I'm going to follow you home.
I know where you live.
See, that's so creepy. I know.
I do not remember.
Really?
That was The Darkness. The actors can
yesterday.
say things to the clients, but they can't be too creepy, like, I'm going to follow you home.
Yep, that's it.
Unless it's their mom.
Yeah, or their friends.
I think you should be able to say, I'm going to follow you home. It adds to the experience.
That's why you're not hired.
Ron, you're up next. Give some context to this.
Now it's all pooters, and sometimes
Computers.
the pooters.
Don't. It's computer.
I
Raj.
like to call it a pooter.
Why are we talking about pooters?
Because our soundboard here is very sophisticated and is a lot of computer stuff.
Yeah.
And so I like to call computers pooters. And our pooter was acting up.
Don't. It's not.
It was acting up earlier
was.
in the week, and things were glitching. And we're having a pooter problem now. In fact, if you're streaming, I'm very pixelated on the stream.
Your pooter does look
My
bad.
pooter is messed up. Somebody needs to come check on my pooter because I don't know why it looks this way.
I don't like that.
Let's go get the engineer. All right.
Amy, explain this.
It just has this weird, musty, almost crypt-like smell to it. I don't know.
Really?
Yes.
You don't remember what had the crypt-like smell?
I do.
Like a musty crypt-like
Oh God,
smell.
I do remember.
I can give you a hint.
It's in there.
It's a conspiracy theory you had from this week.
Oh yeah. I believe. Oh, I don't think dry cleaners do anything.
That's what it was.
Yes, I think a dry cleaner is a front. It's just a front. It could be money laundering. It could be something. I don't know, but I think dry cleaners take your clothes and then they just hang them up and then put them in a plastic bag and give you back your clothes.
That smell like a crypt.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very
You've never
musty.
been in a crypt? I don't even know.
You don't know.
You've not been in a crypt.
You're too scared.
Yeah.
You guys
All
are
right.
dumb.
Ron, you're up next.
You know what, Robert? You can go straight to hell.
Why would we wish this upon our
Wow.
listeners?
Is this Robert who watches often on YouTube?
Yes.
Why did I
Why?
tell Robert to go to hell? Why would I tell somebody to go to hell?
There's no telling because you say it so much.
I really do. I have no idea.
Robert said he was going on vacation to Italy and was not going to listen to us on the
That's
Odyssey app.
right.
Yeah, what the hell, Robert? Yeah, I hope you find hell in Italy.
Oh my gosh.
Because if you can't find the Odyssey app while you're on vacation, what are you doing? All right,
Good
so
job, guys.
we did it. Congratulations to all of you and to us for playing the game, and mostly to Todd from Melville.
Nice.
Melville with an M. Todd is going to see Hardy next summer at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. So way to go,
Excellent.
Todd. And thank you for listening to the show. Well, I guess that's that, huh?
I guess
Amy
so.
with a big yawn. Are we boring you? Gas House Gang is coming up next. We're going to talk a lot of football in this one. Nate Gatter, who is on the call for the Fighting Illini as they host Ohio State, the number 1 team in the country. That's at 12:30. Steve Berline, former Panthers quarterback, he's calling Carolina Cowboys on Sunday. We're going to talk to Steve Berline at 12:45. But it's Mike Claiborne and Matt Pauley and me, Chris Ranji, next on the Gas House Gang. Anything you missed on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast. The Chris and Amy Show comes back Monday at 9 a.m. on 104.1 FM.